The fully geeked.
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good night. Welcome, people. What's happening, people?
Good day. What's going on, people?
Yes, that's good.
Nice.
Top of the morning to you, lads.
Top of the morning.
Today.
Welcome to episode 57 of your favourite podcast, the Fully Geeked Pod.
Number one pod.
Of course,
What's the number?
Standard.
What's the number?
57.
What episode or
Yeah, episode, yeah.
57?
Come on.
Yeah,
60 round the corner there.
Number episode 57. 5 live in the building. Yeah. Mike sends his apologies.
Someone doesn't feel chatty, whatever that means.
Okay.
That's what I mean. The commitment. This is what I'm talking about, fellas, yeah? No commitment from certain members.
You know, I'm not one to, slay individuals, but
I am straight. Straight.
to be fair, it is unacceptable, but we expect nothing different from Mike.
That's real.
Nothing different. Mike, if you want to talk, I'm always here. My door's always open.
My door's shut, slammed with super glue.
Anyway, Mike, I already messaged you in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, this ain't nothing to do with me. I'll put it out there from now.
Before we were recording, yeah, Nate was cussing you as well. Just saying. Anyway, let's go. Let's move on.
Nate's face. Only if you could see Nate's face right now.
Okay, well, let's start as we mean to go on. All right, we'll start with the weekly roundup. Guys, next time I'm going to try and get like a little soundboard so we can do a little intro music and that. That will be my plan for next week or whatever. I'll try it. But, so, have any of you been following this class of 2020 exam fiasco?
I don't really understand it, so you have to break it down for me, mate. I don't really know what's going on.
All right, so last week, Thursday, which was the 13th of August, the A-level results came out for all of the students who had studied their A-levels, which they used this to go to university. So what originally happened were, obviously the lockdown happened and they said there's going to be no exams. So the government said to schools, can you come up with what you think some projected grades would be for your students? But don't use your mock exams, like use a combination of mock exam papers, your work they've been doing in class, all of this kind of stuff. So teachers went away and gave them projected grades. We gave them to the government and they also said, okay, you need to rank them. So if, for example, there are 20 students in your school that have a grade C, can you rank them 1 to 20? With 1 being the person you think most definitely will definitely get a C. Number 20 would be the person that might scrape to get a C. So we did that. We went away. We did all this for year 11 and year 13. Uploaded it to the government's website. The government was like, okay, thank you very much for this. Okay, we're going to scrap all of the stuff that you've done for us anyway. And what we're going to do is we're going to give these kids grades that we think they deserve. But
how does the government know what
I'm going to explain. So if you went to a school that historically is not necessarily the best school. So say you went to a school that was only normally getting like 50% grade A to C or whatever. And over the past couple of years, that's what the average has been. They're saying this year, that's what your average will be. It doesn't matter if this year you had a super clever year group or nothing. They're like, nah, you normally get this is what we're giving you. Hence why they started giving people like lowering their grades because they want it on a bell curve. And basically it affected schools in the bits more than it did schools that were in affluent areas. So although they said to us that they didn't want to kind of penalize kids that are in working class areas, they did. And then basically they went back and forth. And then they said, okay, we'll give you your teacher grades. Like, forget what we did. We give you your teacher grades. But for the A-level students, all of them had already applied for university. University had said no to them. And now they're saying, oh, you can get those grades, but the university spaces are gone. So it's all a bit of a kind of fuck up, really.
That's a massive mess. Massive mess. Honestly.
Yeah, it's a big fiasco.
And you know the funny thing is, my man still got his job, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still got his because
hold on.
The clip. Yeah, go on.
Didn't somebody resign today? Regarding the whole
No, I think there was calls for my man to resign. I don't think he resigned. He didn't pop up on the news.
The clip I saw, the woman asked him like 3-4 times, so are you going to resign? Man, blanked her, was just diverting the question to something else. He was not answering, boy. I have spoken to the Prime Minister, and he has assured me that we are going to resurrect this issue, and in the coming year, we're going to... I'm like, yes, but are you going to resign? So, as I said to you, I have spoken to the Prime Minister, and I was like, rah, boy, he's not answering the question.
The maddest thing is, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not even going to be on the government's back here because this was unprecedented, yeah? All of this stuff is unprecedented. But you know what it is? What I would have expected a bit more is that even when it came out, if you just put your hands up and say, you know what, we tried a thing, it didn't work, yeah? We'll try to do better. That's all you have to do because,
yeah,
like, just admit, like, when you're wrong in it. It's not a problem.
That's it. And the thing is, this COVID thing is a new, like, we understand. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's caused difficulties everywhere.
Yeah.
So we understand. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all unforeseen. Like, it's never happened before. So it's like, we understand the difficulties that you're not going through. You're human. Like, cool, you made a mistake.
And that's why I respected the woman in Scotland. Like, the Prime Minister of Scotland just came, or the head of the Scottish Parliament, whatever it is, Nicola Sturgeon, she just came out and she just apologised. Just said, you know what, I'm sorry.
You know, she's got common sense. She's one to come out and say sorry or just make change and say, no, we've made a mistake.
Where Boris, he's just smiling and nodding, bro.
Bro, what kind of bottle are you drinking from, bro?
Okay, if we're gonna talk about it, I've got a glass Evian bottle. See?
Glass Evian?
Yeah. You know about a glass Evian bottle?
No.
First time I've seen that in my life, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, exclusive.
Some luxury bottle, you know.
I filled it up with Vimto because I find in the fridge, glass bottles, they hold their, like, for me, they hold their coldness better than the plastic bottles.
Yeah, straight.
You're probably right, yeah.
That condensation, man.
Yeah. So when you drink it, it's ice cold. So
anyway, moving on, sorry.
Yeah, those that know me know that I'm always with a Vimto. So yeah.
I never thought it was Ribena, bro. Come on, I knew it was Vimto. Come on. But yeah.
All day long, bro. I don't know how people drink that Ribena shit, boy. All right, bruv. So last week, you had people on holiday in countries like France, Holland, Malta. I think Wednesday afternoon they were said, yo, if you don't get back by Saturday, 4 o'clock in the morning, you got to go 14 days quarantine.
Man, them need to settle. Like,
I just don't understand. I just don't understand, right? We've all said this, right? Not just us. People with common sense. Why are you forcing yourself to go away? COVID is not over.
Yeah.
But you know what everyone's going, sorry. Greece.
Yeah, everyone's going to Mykonos right now.
Everyone's going to Mykonos. Everyone. Like on the social media, it's just
everyone's there.
Mykonos, everyone's there. Everyone's there, bro. From Drake's baby mom to Michael Ward from what's that show that we watch? the UK
Top Boy.
Top Boy. You know what I mean?
Listen, lock the door. Do not let them return.
Straight.
No, but you know what the maddest thing is? Like the numbers, they were trying to work out the numbers. And you remember how like Leicester went in lockdown because they had 135 in 100,000, yeah? Mm-hmm. They're working on numbers like that. Like, I can't remember what it is. It's like if you've got over a certain amount in 100,000 and it isn't a very high number, then you're automatically just being on the 14 dating. And
listen, but you got to remember the reason why they're doing it is because it's stuff they don't understand fully. So it makes sense. I get that. But what I don't get is the people who are taking the risk by going abroad because they're desperate for the holiday.
Is it a risk though? If
it's a risk.
No. If a man's working from home, there's no risk, bro.
If you're working from home, then you're going to go away to a place where you don't know what anyone's been doing. Have they been shielding? What do you know?
No, but I don't think they're just saying that there's an increased risk that there might be corona there. But I mean, I don't know if anyone's coming back with corona. I think they're just saying that you've gone to a country that might have more corona than most. So you've got to automatically get a 14-day quarantine.
Yeah, but wasn't it a case of you won't know if you've got symptoms for 2 weeks, right?
Well, they say that's why you're staying in your house for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you're still going abroad anyway. Then come and mixing the people you don't know. When you go abroad, you're gonna cover face masks and all sorts.
Bro, if you go to
No,
Tesco's and mix with people you don't know.
I wear mask. Yes, I do. I
I'm not
follow
saying you don't,
protocol.
bro. I'm just saying that. Like,
I
I'm
think
just saying.
what you're trying to say, on holiday, you're more liberal, innit? You're on holiday, innit? So you're more liberal. You're not going to be wearing a mask. You're going to be out and about. You're going to be,
No,
you know what I
but
mean?
some countries are. You have to wear, like Spain. You have to wear masks.
Not Greece. The pictures I've been seeing from Greece, boy, everyone's out and about.
No, but they say the numbers in Greece are quite low still.
But this is the thing. They say that, but this is what makes it increase by like having your borders open for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to come. This will increase the numbers.
But let's be honest, right? Everyone's selfish that are going away, and that's the way I see it, right? Some people choose to believe in the virus or not. There's people we know who have died, family members, people we know who died from the virus. Yeah, so it's a case of people are being selfish. I need to get away. No, you don't. You don't need to get away.
You want to get away, which we all understand, because I want to get away.
Yeah,
Trust
exactly.
me,
Yeah.
I want to get away. But you don't need to get away.
Nah, you don't need to.
This year, just relax. Go to a park with a pond or something. You know what I mean?
2020 is over. Everyone knows it's a write-off. Look at it.
I ain't gonna lie. If I could go on holiday, I would go on holiday, bro.
All right, Giza, don't come back, bro.
But Nate, how many holidays did you book? Might still come back.
Fucking face.
Just do it abroad. You can zoom anywhere in the country, can't you?
To be fair, I could do this from the beach.
It'll be so much joy, you know.
We hear the waves.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, lads.
No, yeah. Well, like I said, they're all Like I said, maybe the holiday thing is written off, or I don't know. Do you know what it is? I think it's just about people that, for example, if you've gone to France and you've booked a holiday, which is fine, and then while you're out there, they're saying if you don't come back by Saturday, you now got a 14 days. That's where it's a little bit of a limit.
Yeah, but this is the risk.
But to be fair,
this is what Rich is saying. This is the risk you take. Like, this is the risk you take. We know this could happen.
Yeah, and for you got to think, for a lot of people, they don't mind the 14 days. Like I said, if they're at home working from home the rest of it, they don't mind the 14 days. They'll take it. They'll take that.
But yeah,
I'm still. People really need to think about.
Do you really think they're really going to stay at home? Oh, you come back from a holiday and you're going to stay at home for 40? They're not going to do it. This is the problem.
I wonder what that means for like certain jobs though. So you know the jobs where you have to be in the office, for example, or you can't work from home, and you're saying to your employer like, "Yeah, I'm going on holiday, booking annual leave 2 weeks," knowing that when you come back you have to take another 2 weeks to be in quarantine. Basically, I wonder if like certain employers,
unpaid leave.
No, I think you must. I think you should still be able to get special allowances. I know, like I said, my head teacher gave me the question. He gave me the speech. Everyone must be back fit, ready to work on the 1st of September. He said, if you go on a holiday and you lose your quarantine thing, can you make sure you come back in time? So basically, I'm going back to work in 2 weeks exactly today. So anyone that's on holiday needs to be back in England today, basically. Unless you're in a corridor. It's a liberty. But it is what it is.
But you know what? It's going to be a big year for everybody, students, teachers, how they're going to kind of, yourself, obviously being a teacher, it's going to be a change, it's like starting a new job, right? Having staggered times for students coming in. So it's not just them kind of getting used to new way of going to school, living, it's you guys as well. So it's going to be pretty difficult.
Definitely. But like I said, it is what it is. There was some news about Disney, Rich. Do you know anything more about that?
Yeah, I'm one to travel World Wide Web and just find random stuff.
The waffle.
No, honestly. There's the creator of Owl House.
Yes.
She's so they're making the first bisexual lead character of an animated series. I thought, wow, interesting. I thought, okay, let me just go through the comments. and people were absolutely raging, you know, the fact that they're kind of making it known that individuals bisexual. To me, do I think that's necessary? I just think it is what it is. I'm not going to comment on that too much, but what do you guys think?
Well,
Go on.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was going to say, first, it's the first Disney bisexual character, isn't it, Lee?
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
Because when you...
Based on a 14-year-old.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys, like, ever watched, I don't know, what's it called? Avatar series, like The Legend of Korra, or Voltron, She-Ra, like all those characters. Like they've got characters that are in there that are from the LGBTQ community as well. So it doesn't actually seem like a shock to me at all, because they've kind of introduced that like quite early, like probably about a number of years now. But I don't know if it's just a Disney thing where they have a problem with it because of what Disney obviously represents. But I suppose there's no difference between Disney, Nickelodeon, DreamWorks. Like they all kind of cater for families and children as well, don't they? So like, yeah, I don't really see why people are so raged about it. And it's a bit.
Sorry, but those shows that you're talking about, are they more for adults?
No, they're Nickelodeon, isn't it? Like.
Oh. Okay.
So you know what Avatar is, isn't it? Like The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
They had a spin-off or like a second season like called Legend of Korra. Like
I watched that one.
Yeah, and then Voltron as well. They had it in there as well. So
even Young Justice.
Yeah, Young Justice as well. Yeah. So it's. I mean. I don't see why people have a problem with it.
I guess the only thing is that I think with Disney, if she's 14 years old, like, don't get me wrong, I think for representation, representation matters. And I think for young bisexual people, human beings, like they may see this as a way of being able to explore their kind of ideas of relationship and friendships and stuff like that. But I guess for other people looking into it, they're like, she's 14, why does she have to be into anybody? But I guess that's a different part of growing up, innit? You get to a stage where you're into boys or you're into girls or vice versa. And I guess as adults, you look at it and going, yeah, but I don't need my child to see anybody's into anybody, whether it's like, whether they're straight or whether like it's a Disney program. Like,
but Nate, come on, you're gonna see the prince.
No. I'm not saying it from my point of view. No, I'm saying I can understand where some people potentially have issues because they're like, sometimes it's implied, like the princess and the prince. It's implied, but you don't need to see the princess going on a date with the prince.
No, but you see like the sort of the fancy, like she fancies, like you see it in all majority of Disney films. You will see that. The thing I understand with parents why they're getting upset is because you want to have a chat with your, especially in this day and age now. You want to be the one to have to speak to your child about certain things, innit? So for your child to see it on a Disney series or film or whatever platform first is like, you're taking that away from me. Like, let them be older before they see it. Like, let me talk to my daughter or my son. Like, listen, there's the birds and the bees, and then there's this and that as well that you need to know about. You know, da. But if the kid's seeing that raw, like, okay, that could not mess with their mind, but it could impact them. It can impact them in a way where they might feel, I don't know, but I don't put my, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying it could influence them. It can influence them in a certain way. Do you know what I mean? And a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of parents are concerned about following comments that I've seen, and I totally get that.
Yeah, I get that as well. I
totally get that, and I understand the frustration. But now I was just thinking in my head, I was thinking to myself, the world's progressed so everything's progressed so much now that, because I haven't seen
it's being forced on you. Like a lot of things now are being forced on you, like from the get go. That's what it is nowadays. But Nate, you know, in sex education in schools, do they teach about like homosexual and bisexual. They doing it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So I know, for example, when I'm teaching SRE to the kids, I talk about all types of relationships, whether you be heterosexual, bisexual, homosexual, pansexual. I go through the realms, because to be fair, I have kids that are all of the different on all the spectrum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try to make it equal to everybody, and I think it's about knowledge and equality and tolerance and all those kind of things. So even if a young person's like, oh my God, that's ridiculous, I don't believe in that, it's more about education. So it's more about whether you agree with it or not, it's out here. So like, it's about how we tolerate things, in it, and how you might have a tolerance to something when you realize that people are humans, and love. People show love to different people in different ways, kind of thing. But it is one of those kind of things. So I have parents, especially now, they've kind of put through a law, an act or law, where parents can no longer pull their children out of those kind of sex education, for example.
Can't they? Because I remember in Birmingham there was a big thing.
Yeah, that's what the big hoo-ha was, because it was being
Right.
it was done by 2020. So that's like September 2020. That is when we're supposed to be able to deliver a certain SRE program.
Okay.
As we know, like even Marvel, they've already announced that the Eternals, when that film comes out, there's gonna be a lot of kind of bisexual, homosexual, trans. Like it's gonna be a lot of those characters in this new film coming out, the Eternals.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
So,
I guess it is.
this is gonna be what it is. Like it will be like every kind of film we're watching now. That it's gonna be there. You know what I mean?
Well,
And we have to.
every soap, like obviously we don't watch soaps, but I know Richard does. But I mean, in every soap, Emmerdale, Home and Away, like Coronation Street. I was about to say Brookside. That's finished a long time ago. Hollyoaks, all of them, they all have like prominent gay characters, and they have prominent storylines.
Yeah.
And I mean, back in the day, it was like, oh my God, they're lip sync, like it's a big thing.
Hollyoaks started earlier. Hollyoaks was one of the first. They started early.
And that was lip sync at 6 o'clock in the evening, bro. 6:30. Yeah.
Again, things have changed so much, but
Well, yeah, I guess. When is the character coming out? Do you know when the show is coming out at all?
I haven't looked at a particular date now.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'll watch Owl House, but like, shout out to the creators of Owl House, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Rich, you also, I'm talking to Rich a lot, to be fair, but Rich, you sent a post in the group this week about mermaids, Rich. How you saw a mermaid, Rich. And you started clearing us, questioning everyone about what do we believe in. So, Rich, take it away.
I travel the World Wide Web quite often, right?
Why is he doing the same speech?
And there was a video popped up about mermaids, and I was reading the comments, and people were like, because not everyone's seen the film Splash, right?
Yeah.
So when I first watched the film Splash, I said, "Oh my God, there's mermaids!" I believed in mermaids 100%. I did my research.
How old was you when Splash came out? Exactly. That's why you believed in it.
Yeah, maybe I still believe in Father Christmas. But anyway, but I was so into it, and just going when I was reading the comments, and there was a video. Honestly, this video looks so real. I don't know. It might have been fake, but it looks so real. This woman recording one of the women in the US screaming, "Oh my God, there's a mermaid!" And I see the little flip and the tail flipping and all sorts. And I thought, nah, this has got to be real.
Did you see the?
Didn't see the face, but you could see a female body, and it's got fins and everything else, and swimming. And I thought, wow, that was amazing. But I just want to know everyone's take on it. What do you guys believe in mermaids? Like anything like that?
The occults.
Huh?
The occults. So basically, that's things like mermaids, vampires, werewolves, witches. Come on, man.
Because sorry, but these stories must come from somewhere, right? Because no. All
right. So mermaids, not so much for me. Mermaids, I don't believe in mermaids. But talk about like witches and stuff like that. In the Disney sense of witches and all the the film sets of witches, no, but there are people that do deal with a different spiritual side or elements of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And they channel those energies into certain things. Do you know what I mean? So in that sense, yeah, there's witchcraft. There is definitely witchcraft, and I believe in witchcraft. Vampires, werewolves, not so much. No. Aliens, boy, like
Thanos.
I'm more on that. I'm more. I tend to more believe in aliens. Yeah, you know what I mean. I can't believe this whole universe we're the only ones. Come on, I don't believe that. I think
Yeah, man.
definitely.
So,
Yeah, I
But,
definitely
but,
think
but
there's
you know
aliens.
what? But you know what? It's a quick thing back onto mermaids, right? You know, I was googling and I thought this was going back into 1000 BC, and they've been from mermaids all the way till now. And I'm
No,
thinking,
no, bruv. I don't know if you know about it, Rich, but even in Ghana, there's a they call it Mami Water. I've heard of it before in Ghana.
Mami
They call,
Water now.
yeah, Mami Water, some sea goddess, and the way they describe her is a mermaid. And this is going back to before Christ times, like BC,
Okay.
that of belief of some sort of goddess of the sea. Do you know what I mean?
See.
So there has been beliefs in the past of like some sort of, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
godlike or whatever creature in the sea that's half human, half, you know what I mean, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just us that's come up with this word mermaid. Like I said, there's a lot of things that from African beliefs and African traditions and African culture, whatever, that these things come from. You know, so like yeah, I don't know. I just don't know about that. The mermaids, I don't know. But yeah, it's this world is I don't know, bro. There's so many things that happen. Look, Area 51 till now, no one knows what goes on in Area 51. Do you know what I mean? So who knows? Who knows what's out there? So much things are being hidden from us. Like I said to you, I watched the Unsolved Mysteries the other
Mm.
week, and there was one of the stories were that aliens came into a Pacific town in America, some town in America, and all these people are in different parts of the town. They don't know each other. Do you know what I mean? But they all came with the same kind of description of the spaceship, of what happened to them and how it happened, and 3 hours of their life was missing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how can that happen to a whole town and they don't even know each other? Do you know what I mean? So like, there's there's something there that doesn't make sense, or there's something there that happened. Even Bermuda Triangle, till today that hasn't been explained. Ships disappearing, planes disappearing. Like, why? Where's it gone? What happens? Do you know what I mean? So there's certain mysteries in this world that we'll never ever know about. You know, so yeah, man.
And the thing is, it doesn't help with all these TV shows. You
Nah,
know,
not at all.
all these
Not
TV
at all.
shows. Like, I think there's a channel which talks about Egyptian, ancient Egyptian. That was it. Ancient. I used to watch
Yeah.
it. I used to watch it with a passion, and it talks about aliens, and my head was just hurting me. I had to turn it off and delete the whole series from my Skybox.
But you know, I love all this planet Earth and all that stuff, yeah. But they discovered a pyramid under the sea near Japan, yeah. And
Atlantis.
they were like, how the hell did this pyramid get built, and when did it get built? So, because when it got built, if it's before a certain time, then the whole human line history is wrong. That we always believed it's wrong. It's like they'll say that how if they could prove how long this pyramid under the sea has been here, and it's beyond that, like beyond human life. Who built it? One, and if it was humans, then humans have been around a lot longer than we first thought. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So there's so many things. There's so many mysteries in the world that even the pyramids, no one knows till now how these pyramids were built. They have no because of the dimensions and the way it was built till now. Nobody knows how these pyramids were built. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of mysteries, mate. A lot of mysteries that people don't know, or people do know, but they're keeping it hidden from us. You know.
And I think the human mind is so curious, and they want to literally find out everything. Like,
Yeah.
what is the truth? Now we've been fed we've been fed all these kind of stories of superheroes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And somehow there's someone who tells you this was actually based on real characters. So you're automatically on a mission. I'm always on a mission to find, like, is it real? Is it true? How deep can you go? Can you look on YouTube? And you get so sucked in sometimes.
Yeah.
And obviously this whole mermaid stuff, and I was thinking, oh my God, I wonder what everyone's view was on it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
think-
view anyway.
Do you believe in werewolves, Rich?
I've seen American Werewolf London, innit? So that scared me. So you know,
I can't lie to you. When I first saw Teen Wolf, yeah, you remember that scene when the first time he changes into the wolf, like in the mirror, innit? Used to jump into my bathroom all the time, just proper focusing on the mirror, like to see if I would turn in it.
What's wrong with you?
Bearing in mind, I haven't been bitten or nothing. I'm just gonna just turn into a werewolf.
But that's the thing, is that was a cool one. That was a cool werewolf, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, so you know, like,
basketball thing.
you don't mind him, like he was doing like dunks and all them kind of stuff, and like doing like spinning in the air and stuff. It's them ones that are thirsting for blood and on the street. They be like, yeah, I'm not sure. It's like Michael Jackson Thriller video.
Yeah.
I will forever remember, like, one of my cousins, she was so scared of this video, and I thought it was so funny. So every time she'd come around to the house, I'd put on the Thriller video just to see like her reaction when Michael Jackson turned. And I just thought it was funny that, you know, like he does a little thing with the eye when he looks
It's
at
not funny. It's probably not funny. It's probably not funny.
No, confession time, bro. The intro, the intro, of Thriller, the guy narrating it,
Yeah.
bro.
No, the end.
That used to shit me up,
Yeah.
bro.
No.
That voice. Listen, I was shook.
To me, it was the end. I used to scream and cry. Because honestly, I used to run upstairs and put a pillow on my head because that laughter petrified me. Literally, wait.
But stuff like ghosts and stuff. I believe in ghosts. Like, I believe ghosts exist. I believe some other spirits exist. You know what I mean? 100%.
But maybe not the white sheet going, ooh.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about, you know, like, you believe in ghosts, but, you know, like a poltergeist concept?
Yeah, man. There could be some powerful spirits out there, bro.
I'm taking it too far now, man. I'm getting shook with it.
See, that's the thing. But this is it. Like, I won't say I don't believe or I believe. I just say, like I said, I don't allow my mind to even go there. That's my thing. I don't allow my mind to. But I don't even watch certain horror films because it allows my mind to go to a certain place. I don't want it to go, bro.
Well, when I watched Paranormal Activity, yeah, I swear, a good 2 weeks, you know, I weren't right, bro. I weren't right.
But even the Blair Witch Project, I was like, because I thought it was a true story.
Though, who's seen that? Not me. I'm not watching that.
What, Blair Witch? No, I watched Blair Witch.
But I thought it was real in it. So I was like, because the way they filmed it and stuff, I thought it was proper real. So I was like, nah. I was intrigued.
I need a bit of Hollywood shine in my films, man. In my horror.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, man.
Well,
hey, listeners, Marlon, no contribution, huh?
I just don't believe in
man. You don't believe in these things, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
You believe aliens? Like this? I don't know. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe what we're told. Like you said, the Bermuda thing, what you watched about the whole city. That's like you can make like this is Hollywood. Like producers can write anything and say that a whole city said something. I'm just listening. You know. Go on. Yeah, I'm listening.
Listen, there's good and evil, right? There's a devil. The devil's on earth, right?
Oh, yeah.
So all these things could be all part of his creation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm talking about aliens and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, you don't believe?
No. Like, how long have we been here? Like, how long have they been trying to get to Mars? How long? They can't even go to the moon again, but they've got all these satellites that go millions.
No one's been to the moon. No one's been to the moon.
Exactly. So how are we talking about the whole massive galaxy? If no one's been to the moon, how are we talking about how massive the galaxy is? We don't know. We're just going on about what
Neil Armstrong?
No, that's a lie, bro.
Come on, man.
That's a lie,
This is what I'm saying. This is why
no one's been to the moon, bro. That's a lie.
If no one's been to the moon, how are we talking about how massive the galaxy is? No one. How can anyone know that? Like, I don't get it. Like, have they got these satellites that go millions and millions of miles, but still not one sign of life yet? No, I don't believe in it.
So what do you think then?
What do you mean? Like, that means you believe in like evolution, right? Like we came from monkeys and stuff.
To be fair,
Rich. I'm asking Rich.
No, but to be fair, I don't know. Again, you know
what
it
is.
is.
I don't know is not really like you asking me what I believe, but you don't know. I'm asking you what you believe.
But you're
that's not fair. I don't know.
No, but it's true.
I believe that we were created by a powerful creator. I don't believe there was a big bang that came from nothing and nothing. Two nothings collided and made that doesn't make sense. and then they can count
Okay,
that back to
see-
14 billion years. How? Who? How? Anyway, that's just my.
I haven't finished.
It's us and animals, man.
No, but listen, on that personal, on that, I don't know. They've obviously, the scientists that say this, people that say that, and the people say aliens brought us here.
That's why you wear masks in shops.
Huh?
Nothing. Sorry.
But Marlon,
do you know what
Marlon,
it's a
do
case-
you believe giants existed, Marlon? Giants?
Giants. I don't know. I don't know about giants. Like, I think certain things have been like exaggerated.
Do you know that's in the Bible? That's in
Yeah,
the
but
Bible.
like I said, certain things are exaggerated. Like,
Well, what do you mean
they
by
say
giants?
Goliath was like.
what's
Oh,
giants?
no. Angels used to come to Earth and have sex with humans.
I don't believe that.
And offsprings became giants.
I don't
That's in
believe
the
that.
Bible.
Yeah.
We'll have to set something up about that. But
So last week, a couple of days ago, there was an incident on the train. Again, someone put in the group. I can't remember who put in the group.
Probably me.
It probably was you, to be fair. He was on a roll this week. So there was a guy who was seen to be a BDL. No, maybe it's, I can't remember what the actual acronyms of the political party or whatever allegiance is. And he was on the train and he was kind of giving it large and talking about kind of on some go back to your country type of thing and all that kind of stuff. And there was these 3 black boys that were just trying to go home about their daily business, and he was being abusive to them. And it turns around that as they got off the train, one of them kind of gave him a bit of a right hook, and then he went Betty bye-byes. So, should racists get punched in the face, or should we leave them alone?
Oh, see, this is look at Kel, just scratching the back of his head. Because I've had various kind of conversations in different groups, right? I think if I was there in that current situation right there and then, I would have probably done the same thing. I've very hard for me to hold myself back from taking that type of abuse, especially current climate. Well, to be fair, anytime. You know, who should accept it? Why should you accept it?
what was he saying though? Because I couldn't really hear.
I couldn't hear him as well. I couldn't hear him.
There's been other videos.
Racism. I just heard him.
There's been other videos that have come out, like which kind of show the lead up to before it gets to that stage. So to be fair, I can't remember what exactly he was saying, but he was on some kind of abusive type of rant. But I also think he wasn't necessarily about all his faculties at that moment. I'm not saying he's had mental health issues, but he just didn't seem right at that moment. And they could have ignored him. And I think sometimes we're always taught to ignore people. But I think they tried to ignore him.
You were like, nah. Like, when I said that, you said, nah, he needs to get punched in the face. That's what you said, bro. Don't try and go like, oh no, maybe he shouldn't have. No, that you said, nah, rah, he needs to get punched in his face. That's exactly what I said.
Trying to be PC again. Look, come on, man. Thank you, Kel. I appreciate that.
You mother. Anyway, so I said yes. Probably at that point of mind, my exact words were, Kel, if I punched him in the face, I would have told my girl to delete you off the camera, is what I exactly said. Because I didn't
remember that.
No, I did, because I said I don't think it's right.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah, because for me, I don't think it's right that potentially a man can lose his job or lose his livelihood over one of those kind of incidents. And then I think even the next day, it was all over Twitter, social media. They had put like backing tracks behind it, so the punch landed on the beat.
And now police are investigating it now.
But this is what I meant. And this is what I was trying to explain, is that I feel those things, if they do happen, they need to be kept. Like, if you're there, you're there. It doesn't have to be a big, massive thing like it's all over social. Because for me, I think that takes away, because now my man is the victim. Yeah. So where before he was the aggressor or whatever, he's now the victim.
I don't think he was ever the victim in anyone's eyes or anyone who's seen it.
Put it this way, God forbid, if something had happened to him that was worse,
no,
maybe if he had bumped his head hard or whatever, then potentially you're looking at attempted murder.
Hard, bro. That could have been death.
That's what I'm saying. You're looking at murder.
The
thing is, even if you're now looking at GBH,
Is there a
Yeah?
video of him
Attempted.
like awake? Because like from what I saw, he looked dead.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. From that,
Yeah, man. He
like
was
eyes open, gone. Like,
He's
and
gone.
and then the video was done. I don't know what happened to him. I don't
So
know
they,
if he's
like I said, there was a
anymore.
people, and the thing was for me is I'm not saying that the people should not have got involved afterwards, innit? Put my man in recovery position, all of that kind of stuff. But again, it's all about energy. And my thing is this: keep that same energy. So when my man is being abusive, I believe it should be for everyone to tell my man to shut up. Like of
That's
all
fine.
races, black guys,
That's
white
fine.
people, everything. Everyone tell him shut up. Like
But the moment you put your hands on him, it's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, and he's a one-man band, yeah. And you can just tell, like I said, there was something wrong with him. There was something wrong with him. You can
No,
just
no,
tell by the way he was
not mentally.
talking.
He was
no, not
high
I
on
don't
mentally.
know.
drugs.
Maybe
I
he's
don't know
drunk
what
or
was wrong.
whatever.
I don't know.
Mentally.
But
Yeah.
we don't. No one knows. We're all guessing. But we all
Yeah.
agree that there was something wrong. Whether it was drugs, drink, or mental issues, we don't know because we haven't got the paperwork or whatever. But we could all see there's something wrong. So for me personally, if I saw a guy like that ranting and raving and they're saying whatever he's saying, I won't touch him. I will not waste my time. I will not waste my energy. I will not waste anything on that guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Because
No,
I can
no.
see his whole posture, his whole feet, the way he's talking. There's something wrong. Something's not right in the head.
He's
So I'm
one
like,
of them come and then. You know them guys there that like will see all us five walking down the street and he'll be on his ones. He'll be the shortest person in the world and he'd still be on some come in if you think you're hard enough. One of those guys, you know, like them pub guys. You have to just say, my bruv, because I think by punching him, you give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Whatever agenda he feels he has, we've proved it to him.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? Listen,
It's very hard. It's very hard.
I understand we're talking about it because
And we're being rational.
weren't in
We
the
are being
yeah.
rational. We're being rational. I guess maybe at the moment, maybe I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have punched him. Maybe a headbutt. I don't know. Whatever, innit? Like whatever. However,
No, but so you got to remember, right? You're on a train coming home from work, wherever you're coming from, right? And this guy is telling you black this, black that, who belong in a zoo, this, that. You think, huh? I've just come from a hard day's work, you know. You're telling me all this black stuff. Do you know what I mean?
like that.
And
Like,
you're meant to accept it. Oh, it's okay. Trust me. Even if you didn't do anything, coming off that train, you probably beat yourself up, and you
rage. It's rage. It's rage.
because you would probably be more angry that one, you probably didn't do anything, or two, you're still having to live through this from what your ancestors lived through.
Rich, what we got to remember is, yeah. First of all, right, this is not our country, yeah. Obviously, we're British and stuff, but like when it comes to certain things, we're always going to be looked at as the aggressor, no matter what. Like I'm a tall, big black guy, yeah. Even if I'm getting abused and bullied and ridiculed and everything under the sun, yeah. The moment I react, the moment I listen, one of my friends, yeah, he got in prison for like 2.5 years because he reacted to a situation, and you know they brought up in court. You're a big guy. You go to gym, don't you? What the try says, you're a big black guy. Look how big you are. You don't look. You're using your what do they say? You're using your physical presence as a weapon, and blah blah blah. They'll bring up all this stuff, bruv. So you have to know this, bruv. Like the law is not meant for us. Like the people when they see us, straight away we are the aggressors. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever they'll look at that video, they'll look at that black boy that punched him. Oh, look at him, he's a thug. Look at him. He's
No,
brave.
I don't think anyone said that. I don't think anyone said that.
But when it goes to court now, this is what they're going to be thinking. When it goes to the jurors and whoever's, so they haven't seen that video, you know. They haven't seen the video. They'll just be told the story.
And the
Do you know what I
nice thing
mean?
is they'll be like, "Thug in mask punched his man on train."
Yeah, straight
And then
away.
even
Like,
the
it's
fact
against
that
us straight away. So that's why you have to know to handle yourself in public, because no matter what we do, even when we're right, we're in the wrong. Especially when you're black and you're big or whatever, or you got braids or whatever. Listen, bruv, we're wrong. You know
and he
what I
didn't
mean?
have a mask on either. Do you know what I mean? I thought he was supposed to have a mask on public transport.
Yeah, but that's nothing, man. But yeah.
And the thing is, like Nate, when you were saying that people should all step in, but people were telling him you need to calm down.
Yeah, no, but I feel like, but that, you know, like I feel like my thing is this: if you see something happening, I think instead of turning away, maybe looking at the next stop or playing with your phone, I feel like more people should just tell people, like call out people when they're wrong in it. That's more what I mean. Is I think if we want things to change, it has to be done collectively. It's not for the one or two, it's for the majority, it's for the masses. So the masses have got to call out bullshit. So if my man is acting up and people don't agree with it, then everyone needs to say, bruv, what are you doing? That's not acceptable. As opposed to left to one or two people.
Given the man's state, yeah, like what could anyone possibly do at that situation? So everyone says like you can't say this. You can't, like he's in a train full of people. He don't care, innit? He's not wanting to rationalize or listen to reason at all. He's in a train full of people. I will say what I want. No one's shutting me down. So what? I get what you're saying, Nate, but when you're dealing with someone like that, yeah, unless of course there's, I don't know, someone calls the police or pulls the emergency thing on the train or whatever, or get this person to the train who's being racially abusive, what could you possibly say to that man right then and there to make him...
Okay,
yeah.
if as the masses people are saying something to him, the boy getting off the train doesn't have to feel offended to the state that he wants to punch a man in his face, because actually he knows that he's just a dick, because everyone is proving that he's a dick, if that makes sense. Whereas if he is feeling like, hold on, he's attacking me and no one ain't trying to stick up for me.
But you know what? As much as I'm a bit controversial, but at the end of the day, the guy that punched him, it's almost like he knew he was going to punch him. He was on the train because he was quite silent because there was multiple videos beforehand, and even I guess the video where we see it stop from the start of the recording, he was probably going on a lot more than the recording itself, and it kind of seems to me that's like, you know what, I'm getting off this stop, like let me not do anything right now because it's just going to be long just fighting the train for all the stops. Like because it's like whilst he was leaving the train, that's when he attacked him. Like he knows he's getting off the train. He knows he don't have to deal with it anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, but
that's you assuming.
Right? Oh, come on, so... like, think about it though. If he's just talking, isn't it? He's just talking, and there were some people that were a bit like responding to him saying, "No, you're racist. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that." He's like, him and these boys are quite quiet and stuff like that. They're not really saying anything much, and it's only when they're getting off the train that's when he responds to it. So it's like, why do that then, and opposed to doing it earlier? That attack wasn't. It didn't seem spontaneous to me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said about the camera thing, because for me that now becomes premeditated. There's lots of other things that potentially, when it goes to court, it becomes okay. You didn't hit him straight away. It was premeditated. You thought about it. You blindsided my man. All of those kind of things. But I will say, it was one of the cleanest punches I've seen in a long time. Okay, so shout out to my man because it was clean. It was clean. My man went to sleep.
Do you know what it is, right? You got to remember when they were getting off the train, he was facing them and still ranting on. So they could potentially, well, the way I see it is, they were getting off the train.
He wasn't ranting on, but he was in a stance, in a fighting stance, like, come on, guys, like, let's have it. Do you know what I mean? He was in that kind of stance where he was like, so they could say they felt threatened because he was, but they could say that. But,
no, because like you're right, he was in a fight. I'm literally watching the video now, and he was in a fighting stance when they were getting off the train.
Yeah.
To be fair, they'd call that a defensive stance, right? If it went to court or anything, because he's just aggravated, and now walking past him, he's now scared for his safety.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Hence, I think that was my whole thing about the whole camera thing. Like, I feel like sometimes, if you've seen it, bruv, just hold it on the camera, innit? Like, whatever. That's your evidence. I don't think it needs to be shared amongst everyone so quickly.
But you know how it is. This is the new world, right? It's
horrible. It's horrible, the fact that the first thing we do is pick up our phones and want to start filming stuff. But anyway, shout out my man. We've now been entered into what they're saying is with the world's, the worst recession for X amount of years. Are any of you surprised? Not really.
Nope.
Nah, not really.
Surprised at what? Sorry, just repeat
About
that.
the
Sorry.
recession. The
The
recession.
recession.
Oh no, I knew it was coming, but I didn't think. People rumored about it, right? Just rumors like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a recession, but you didn't think it's actually gonna say 7 a.m. news, boom, it's official, it's a recession. But it's not as serious recession as it was years ago. What, 11 years ago?
Well, they're saying it's the first recession since 2009.
Yeah, but this one is a recovery of, they believe it's a recovery of 2 years. It's not as bad as they thought it is going to be from what previous years we had.
Okay. Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? Like,
No, because
it is like.
because if you look at house prices haven't dropped, they still remain the same.
yeah, I think the property market in London will always stay the same. I think it's about the rest of the country, but yeah, I think property will probably be the last thing that goes in this recession, to be honest.
Yeah, and obviously there's more people getting axed in jobs. I think today come out Marks and Spencer's
7,000.
7,000 jobs to go. It's like, wow. So how many Marks and Spencer's are going to be left?
So this COVID thing, yeah, it's a mazza, bro. Honestly, man.
I also think some companies potentially are just using it as an excuse.
What was that? Sorry. Did you say Sainsbury's or M&S?
M&S.
M&S.
Yeah, but like, have you seen the new ones though? Like, why there's so many staff they're letting go? There's no tills anymore. It's all like electronic, the self-service tills.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know how much things are being blamed on COVID and how much things were going to happen anyway.
yeah.
In every shop now, supermarket, there is self-service. Because of that, it's we're taking these jobs away from people, innit? Because it's all about profit.
Been to a shop where it's literally only self-service, like the new M&S down here, literally.
Yeah.
So the M&S ain't going anywhere, obviously.
Yeah, but for the fact 7,000, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, so they're saving money, innit? So they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. It's an excuse, like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it because of COVID, or is the word?
Machines are doing their jobs now, so
could this have happened
more,
anyway?
right?
Well,
Was that one also?
I said the machines are doing the work now, so the company's going to be making a lot more. If they can get rid of 7,000 and keep all their shops open.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, just like, with my organization where I work, they make it very, very clear. Robotics is the new thing coming in, right? So they clearly say to you, don't be afraid of change. Learn other skills. Learn other skills that within the organization, they would clearly say it to you because it is coming. There will be a massive change in roles where everyone's been comfortable for 10 to 15 years doing. It will change. So it's about learning a new skill, working your part of the business.
My friend used to tell me, like, get a job that needs you, i.e., like Nate, teachers. Do you know what I mean?
I've always said everyone should learn a trade.
Yeah,
I've always said, I think it's very important to learn a trade because for me, those jobs will always be there. Whether you be a mechanic, whether you be a painter and decorator, whether you carpenter. For me, all those kind of things there, even being a barber. Like for me, the lockdown showed me that you need to put some respect on your barber's name right now because everyone was looking hella grisly, right? And everyone could have said, you know what, we'll just stick with it. Like we're just this wild, unkempt look is the new wave. But as soon as the barbers and stuff was open, everyone went back. Hairdressers, every man's giving their barber a tip, all them kind of things. Because actually, you realise that those kind of things are always going to be needed.
Yeah.
Not for Merv, boy.
Merv's got...
But not me, though.
Merv panned up the household, I'm not going to lie.
Or you, Kel and Mike.
Could you imagine robots cutting people's hair, though? Let me fade you. Like,
what level will you like?
But potentially, if they could learn to do those things, if a man could teach a machine to do that, then they'll do it.
Do you know what? Because I always thought, why haven't they got like a template helmet allocated to your name, right? So they can just put on top of your head, and it just, I don't know.
That's a horror film waiting to be filmed.
Yeah.
Straight up, bro.
Can you imagine someone hacks it? Someone's in the corner of the barbers on their laptop just hacking the machine. All of a sudden, you got one bodged haircut, bro. Who are you gonna fight? The robot?
Bare patches.
Yeah, I get that with regards to trade because things, yeah, a lot of stuff will change. You know, like obviously we've seen change from mobile phones to audio, CD. What else is there? What's that mini disc player and all that kinds into where it is now. So there's much more. Well, we will see when we get old, but our kids.
That's why I always say, bruv, those IT guys, bruv, those software engineers, them man there, they're laughing. They'll never ever. They're sorted because every company needs them man there. You know,
Yeah.
just for the every company needs them, and it's just like the only thing about software engineers and those IT guys that they have to do exams every so often because technology is always changing and stuff
keep
like
up
that.
with time.
So they're always studying and stuff. That's the only thing. But money is the peak, and they're sport for choice when it comes to jobs.
Brother, if you could have been, okay, I'll be honest with you. Before this recession started, yeah, on a quick one, if you could have held any business, yeah, if you could be the owner of any business that's come through this COVID time, what business would you have owned?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon laughing.
Amazon would be laughing.
Gosh.
All right. Marlon's chosen Amazon.
Well, he's in different billions now. You know, he's made a new kind of billions, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Anyone else? So Marlon's got Amazon.
Well, before lockdown, yeah.
Just Eat and all that kind of people then.
Okay, so you'd be what? Delivery drivers or just Eat?
I'll just
No,
eat
the
food,
company
innit?
Just Eating it.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying. No, the company. That's what I meant. The company Just
Yeah, the
Eat
company,
or all
yeah.
delivery drivers. Okay, so Just Eat, yeah, they're making money because a lot of people were getting delivered food.
Online stuff. So even credit cards. You know what I mean? Just online shopping was just going. That's it. Everyone was doing online shopping, isn't it? So
Credit card companies.
yeah.
Merv, we say
I don't know, it's a hard one, man. I think I'll do like some sort of trade work, man.
trade. All right.
Yeah.
You've got that, bruv. We could have had delivery drivers, bruv. If you was a delivery driver for any company, you was making money. Bruv, even if, imagine this, yeah, prior to lockdown, have any of you ever heard of Zoom?
No, never.
Bruv, this is
I heard about house party.
Bruv,
That was it.
Zoom is a household name, you know.
I know.
Even kids know it, bruv.
Mad, innit?
Bruv, the
Mad.
market share of Zoom must have gone up.
Shut up.
Mate, quadruple.
Shut
and all
up,
sorts.
bro.
Bruv, so it's like everybody knows it now. I've got churches that are doing live Zooms to show their services to the people, bruv. Bruv, like I said, if I could have had a business that I don't, one name's like Zoom or Amazon, bruv, that would have been me.
Yeah, Amazon must be killing it, man.
I would have sold up now,
killed it.
living on
Amazon
an island,
killed
boy.
it.
Living on my one island with my no masks, just me chilling, bruv. All right, cool. But on a quick win, European football came back last week. We spoke about it briefly. Just to kind of update you, Man City out, Man United out, and Barcelona lost 8-2 to Bayern Munich.
Jeez.
Pathetic.
Jeez.
By the time this pod comes out, the semi-finals would have been done for the Champions League. So it'd be the final coming up. And I think potentially on the day of the pod will be the final of the Europa League.
But I'm seeing Mbappe try to call the Premiership a Farmers League or them thing there.
I think people were dissing him. They were saying that France is like a Farmers League. And basically he was like, well, we're still in the Champions League and you lot ain't. And it's weird.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Because last season, English final, Champions League and Europa League.
Thank
and
you.
this season, nowhere to be seen.
But no, what I'm trying to say is...
Yeah.
Well, Marlon scared me. And I was like, where the fuck is Marlon? Are your lights on?
You thought he was a ghost, innit? You thought he was a ghost.
I was like, wow, what's going on? But anyway...
Poor guys.
Then Marlon stopped believing. Are you joking? But anyway, nowhere to be seen in a sense. But listen, we got quarterfinals. Like, we're always in the finals. A Premiership is always in the finals. Quarterfinals, semi-finals. We're always there and abouts. So you can't really cuss the Premier League, man.
We saying PSG or Bayern Munich? That's if Bayern Munich beat.
Oh, Bayern all day. Bayern are sick, bro. Bayern are sick, man.
Inter Milan or who did Man United lose to?
It's
Seville.
Leon or Seville?
Seville.
Oh, so is it Milan in the final yet, or in the semis?
Yeah, they're in the final.
Final. Yeah,
Who's
it's
the final? Inter Milan versus
Seville.
Sevilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said Sevilla got beaten.
No, Sevilla
they
beat Man United.
Oh,
beat
so
Man United
Sevilla
2-1.
versus Inter Milan in the final.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
I think that's Inter Milan straight.
Yeah,
That's
that's
no
Inter
problem.
Milan.
So he said Inter Milan and Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
cool. And the Premier League is literally 3 weeks away or something. Shit
Oh
like that.
man, Community Shield.
Community Shield, end of the month.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, Dylan White is boxing
this
this
Saturday.
weekend. Yeah.
Oh, Dylan. Oh, yeah. Who's he fighting?
Is it Povic?
Yeah.
Oh no, I like Povic. I know.
Povic,
I know that's who Joshua beat up, right?
Yeah.
The angry Russian guy. He's pretty. He's
He's not
decent.
angry. He's a calm guy, you know. He's
No,
calm.
he's calm, but when he gets in the ring, he gave Joshua a couple of problems still in the first few rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a good fight, man.
But the good thing is, you know, Dylan's finally been told he's a mandatory, right?
Yeah, he fights the winner of
Tyson.
Tyson and Wilder.
Yeah, and
Let's call him Fury, please. Let's not call him Tyson.
Okay, Tyson.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, but I think that's a long time coming. So I think he's been neglected and
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
throughout his whole boxing career. You know, how long has he been waiting for this opportunity to fight either one of them?
Yeah, proper.
But does it matter if he loses against Popkin? Does that matter?
I don't think it matters. I
No,
don't think it does. Yeah.
Also, Popkins, he's old. He's an older man. He's not old.
Yeah.
Man. He's younger than Mike, so he's not an old man. But he's 40, so he's gonna be 41 like in a couple. I think like 2 weeks time. So
Okay.
he's a grown up.
Dylan
Also-
White, man, you got this.
Yeah, hopefully next week we're talking about Dillian White and stuff like that. I know how much Merv enjoys boxing.
Yeah,
So-
man. Yeah. Know what I mean, Harry? Know what I mean?
HP source.
HP did a HP.
Bruv, we was really showing our age there. Kel, Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, Joe Biden. Yeah. So basically, see, I don't get why Americans are getting gassed. Like, I think it's all the plot. Because before this, everyone was hating Joe Biden. You know. Then he just thought, let me just employ this lady of color. Make her my number 2, Kamala Harris, and then get the black people on my side again. Because he was saying some reckless stuff in his campaign, and the black community were like, see, Biden's on the one. But everyone was saying it, Puffy, or everyone was saying it. Then all of a sudden, because he's got Kamala Harris, and people even say she's not even black. Because apparently, well, not apparently, she is. Her mum's Indian, and her dad's apparently mixed Jamaican. Do you know what I mean? So it's like she's not. Some people are saying she's not, but she sees herself as being black in it. I saw an interview with her on the Breakfast Club, and she was like saying, "No, I'm a black woman," and blah blah blah. So it is what it is. But apart from that, I think Joe Biden's just playing he's just playing. It's all a marketing scheme. That's what it is.
The thing is, the way I see it, okay, I think it's really, really good that the whole vice president, but it's like you're not being president, so everyone's overly excited.
You got no say.
No,
the vice president's got no say.
If Joe Biden was to drop down, God forbid, then
yeah, but come on, how likely is that? Come on,
you know, run for it.
He's a big man. Joe Biden's a big man.
No, but see, like vice president, that's fantastic. You know, I'm not knocking it, but to me, if you're going to run in for president, you're running for president. That's
she's got no say. She's got no. But when Obama was president, who was Joe Biden? Don't care for his life because he was number Biden, 2,
deputy president.
For Obama, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was. But that's the thing. Who remembers the number 2? Who is Donald Trump's number 2? Does anyone know? This is what I'm trying to say. Like, they've got no say. They've got no.
Trump? I want to say Donald Trump's number 2 is Ivana, but I have no idea.
Donald Trump's number 2 is Donald Trump.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a marketing. That's all it is. It's just like a little. Let me get the people of color. I hate that expression, but on my side, that's what it is.
And that's the thing.
Mike Pence is the vice president of the United States.
There you go.
Who?
Mike Pence.
Who?
I'm not saying that.
Right. No, but I'm just saying who.
Yeah, no,
like,
no. That's why I wasn't going to say it again.
Yeah, but anyway, no, well done to her. You know, it is a, you know what I mean? Well, he hasn't won or anything, but if Joe Biden wants to win, it's a big move for her and her career, and it's a good look. It is a good look, but I just know Joe Biden's just playing a little game here.
For
I
me,
know it. Yeah.
this is like an episode of Scandal, to be honest.
I never watched Scandal, but it is a scandal. It totally is a scandal. 100%.
Did anyone watch Scandal in this?
Yeah, is that no,
It's
Washington
funny you
woman?
say that.
Yeah.
I've got Kerry Washington on my screen right now. It's just so
Fantastic TV show.
Scandal was good, man. Scandal was good.
Yeah, I think I got lost in the last couple of seasons, but
I only watched
I think we should go on.
the only bit of Scandal I've seen is in it's probably a spoiler if I say it. No, don't worry. Move on.
Do you know what it is? When she started sleeping in the present and it was getting too deep into it, and I thought, when the season 1 and season 2 were fantastic, what she used to do and her team used to do, but when she used to go into the White House and all that, and I thought, you know what, you stay there.
And she was powerful. She was powerful. It was a good program. Talking of programs, we didn't speak about it, but about 2 weeks ago, there was a show on Channel 4 called The Talk, which was about several different. Basically, it was, for me, it was a show that should have went on for longer, but it wasn't. They spoke to lots of
famous
actors, celebrities. Industry heads.
Entertainment,
Yeah, about when they had to talk with their parents about them being different from some of their peers, or when did their parents have to talk that they had to work a little bit harder than to achieve, and all those kind of things. I thought it was an okay program. I would have liked it to be a bit longer, but it was okay.
Not longer, maybe like more of a series.
Yeah.
More of a series.
I felt a bit in depth. I also felt that everybody quite looked the same. Like all of the people they spoke to were of a similar mold.
Yeah, I like that little mixed girl.
Yes.
And like I didn't know mixed race people go through that a lot as well. To be honest with you, so it opened my eyes like to that, because where I was coming from, like when I was younger, we saw the mixed race people as having privilege in a way, because I always saw them as having privilege, and they're half white in it. So I don't know what it was. I was young at the time, so growing up, I always thought mixed race people had it better than us, or didn't get what we got. Do you know what I mean, kind of thing, in terms of racism and being looked down upon. But yeah, so it was interesting to see mixed race people coming out saying, because there was like that little mixed girl. Sorry, I can't remember her name. And then there was Banjo. What's his name? Ashley Banjo, and his brother, mixed race. And then there was that Scottish singer,
Emily Sandé.
Emily Sandé. Do you know what I mean? She's mixed race. So there's a lot of mixed race people on the show. There's talking about their experiences growing up as mixed race, and how they were, racially abused, and even what's the name? Even the what's the name? Marvin Humes from
Rochelle.
And Rochelle, hearing her story that she scrubbed her skin. She was scrubbing her skin so hard, trying to get rid of her blackness. Her whole leg was red. Do you know what I mean? Because apparently there was a party, and her friend said, because you're black, you can't come. Do you know what I mean? And I was
her dad said that she couldn't come in there. Like
so the dad of the friend said she couldn't come because she's black, straight. Do you know what I mean? Like, and she's mixed race. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those ones where you're just like, okay, it was an eye opener. A few stories that touched home. And what's the name? Nenny's stories probably touched me when we went to Dominica for like 2 months.
Yeah,
and like that story was big, and like he didn't even know when you're there, you feel home, just feel like I'm home and this is my people, but you don't appreciate it because you're there in it. It's the reason the plane leaving, like he just started crying. I was like, what? He just started crying, and when the plane landed and he saw Sikh man, he's like, right, that's what reminded him, like he had to put his armor on, like he had to put on this armor to deal with the Battle of Britain. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I'm back in Britain now. I gotta man up. I gotta be Do you know what I mean? This I got to be this character now. Whereas when he was back home in Dominica, there's no armor, there's no character, there's no.
You know what, Kel, for me, that was, again, that touched home because I remember the first time I went to Jamaica and Barbados, to be honest. When I got off the plane and I looked around, like, it did feel like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And, like, I looked around and everybody looked like me. Like, it was really weird because I've never, like I said, I didn't experience it in England so much so that, like, I felt, I don't know, like, I felt different from my peers because obviously we grew up in a certain era and everyone was kind of like, everyone's cool with each other, what have you. Like, growing up in Tottenham, what have you. But at that time, I just, like, when I got to Jamaica, I properly felt like I was at home. Like, I felt like everyone looks like me. I didn't feel different. I could walk around. Like, and it was you, for that moment, you feel like, rah, I really am home. So when someone else, like, talks about their own kind of experience, it's like, rah, that was a proper thing, because I properly felt it, girl.
Yeah. Trust me. I love it.
Just like what you said when you went to Jamaica, right? When I went to Ghana, I said to myself, I got off the plane, I didn't tell anyone this, I said, there's too many black people. What is going on? It sounds weird saying it, but it was just like, wow, it's just, because we're so used to, oh my God, there's not a white person in sight. Not one.
I remember I went to Ghana, yeah. Go on, sorry.
Go on.
I remember I went to Ghana when I was young, and just watching the TV and all the adverts were black people in the adverts. I was like, wow, all the adverts are black people. I was just so amazed by it. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
And that alone, like, for me, I guess that is so telling that when you go to those kind of destinations and you see those things, how much we're not allowing our kind of children or people around us to see.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's really weird, like, because you think, oh, it's cool, everyone's all right, but like, that representation, we really don't have. Like, the only thing we have is BET, bruv, or whatever. And like, you know what I mean? Them kind of dead channels. Like, you can't make your kids watch BET all day long, innit?
Nah. Not at all. Unless it's the game. I'm joking.
Yeah. If it's the game and we're in Barbados, you can watch that all day long.
But yeah, no, it's true. That's what I mean. We need our channels, man. We need our platforms, 100%, man.
I get that, but the thing is, from an adult wise, I think we're okay. But from the young kids' perspective, there's nothing for them.
No, but like I said,
there's literally nothing for them.
You probably don't notice it because you probably don't know how much it affects you because we've never had it around us. It's only when you go somewhere else and then you see it. Like, for me, I've only been to Africa, the continent of Africa once. I remember saying Africa, the continent of Africa once, yeah? And I thought, I can't wait to get to Africa, bro. I went to Egypt, bro. Egypt, to me, isn't Africa, bro. So I feel like I haven't even been on the motherland. Although Egypt is in Africa, and Egypt, you could say, is part of
Sub-Saharan. You want to go Sub-Saharan?
I want to go Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, when I went to Egypt, right, and I was speaking to like an older man, he goes to me, did you know the original people were your colour?
Yeah,
But the thing is, because he was older, he said it to me. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure anyone the same age or just a bit above wouldn't have said that. But the fact that he was educating me, he goes to me, yeah, we were once your colour. And he started kind of, his English wasn't the greatest, but he started getting deep into it. And I thought, wow, this geezer knows. He knows the deepness of it. Do you know what I mean? I was really impressed by that. But
yeah, the Kush people of Sudan, South Sudan as well, like all those, man. There's a lot of stuff that we need to. This is what I mean. It's this education, bro. It's this educating the youth and this knowing.
No, but I think the youth are more aware of it than we ever was.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
I think definitely everyone's aware of.
Because we were just like. Yeah, we were totally separated when we were little. We were proper separated when we were younger, but we didn't know nothing.
Yeah, and don't forget, YouTube wasn't YouTube as it is, how it is now.
But YouTube didn't exist.
YouTube didn't exist.
Exactly, man.
Well,
come on, remember them days? It took a week to download a movie and shit. That's how slow the internet we had. Like, we couldn't do
LimeWire.
Mom, don't touch the computer. Do not touch it.
Don't let no one call you.
Overnight loading, boy.
You used to let something buffer for you to watch 2 minutes while you're using the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And let it come back out and load up again.
And that was in the 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's long, you know. It's making me sick.
Yeah, hold on. How long has YouTube been around for?
YouTube, I don't know, probably
Not,
about
not, I think no more than 15 years, maybe.
yeah, no more than 15
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
I'm doing some Googling.
While you're doing the Googling, YouTube was 50 years ago, 2005. Mad.
Wow.
So, when did your parents have the talk with you? Did they have the talk with you?
Nah, they don't talk with me.
So what talk are we talking about?
You
Like,
being black, like just
you've got to work harder than your peers or any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, that was an everyday thing, boy.
I remember
Oh.
one quote from my dad, I think, or my mum, one of the family. You know, the whole, it's hard for a white man to get a job. It's twice as hard for a black man. That quote. I don't know if you guys got that in your
yeah,
childhood.
I got that. Yeah,
Something like that. I'm
Yeah.
paraphrasing. But
Yeah, like my mom used to say, obviously, my mom, like obviously being a single mom and stuff, she used to worry about us a lot. It's just like, you know, you got to take your studies serious. You can't be getting no B's or C's. And I was getting F's, but anyway, you can't be getting no B's or C's. I used to get A pluses because of your skin color, you have to get the top grades because they're gonna look at you straight away and be like, nah. But if you've got good grades or stuff like that, or
Yeah, they respect you more.
they'll respect you more. So you have to work twice as hard. Your twice as hard equals their average. So you have
There's something about it in the program. It's like you have to work double as hard to get halfway there or something. Like that.
Yeah, my mom used to say it to me all the time. I remember that clearly. She used to say it all the time, man. But when you're young, and just like, yeah, whatever, mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so because my dad always reminded me, like, listen, I've come from Ghana. I'm working in a factory. I'm working this many hours. We've got a second job. We had a little cleaning service, a little cleaning company, you know. And he reminded me that it's important to do that. And you know what? And I hats off to him. He came here and grinded. You know, had a second job. I remember at 6 a.m. and he finished at 2 p.m. After 2 p.m., he chills, come eat fufu, let him chill. 6 o'clock, he goes to me, come with me. And I had to go around the offices and clean the offices for 2 hours, then come back home. He did that every day.
I remember, it just reminded me of it because my mum used to work like my mum had 3 jobs. So I used to see my mum on the weekends. That's it. During the week, we used to look after ourselves. We used to cook ourselves. That's why I got salmonella, bruv, because I didn't know what I was doing in it. So it's mad because like my mum, when I turned 15, when I was 16, 17, my mum was like, my mum had an evening cleaning job. She got me a job there. So I used to walk with my mum to the cleaning job, innit? And on my way, my friends be like, where you going, man? Let's go out and play. I used to make some lie up, like, nah, I got link one. I used to make a lie to be embarrassed, you know what I mean? Because obviously I'm gonna do a cleaning job with my mum. I couldn't tell them that. But at the end of the day, I'm making money though, legitimate money. I should be proud of it, do you know what I mean? But I was kind of shy and embarrassed, so I used to make some lie up, or, okay, you coming out? I was like, no, I can't, I got to do something, or I make some excuse. But I should have been proud. No, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna clean this office with my mum, and then I'll be out afterwards or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, it's just weird how similar experience.
Are you guys planning to have the talk with your kids?
I'd like to. But,
yeah. It'll be different for them because it's different times, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know.
And do you know what? Go on. It's weird because just even like what what's her name, Rochelle and Marvin were saying about, you know, because you know where they're saying about their daughter, they thought she's just young, she's innocent, and like, and even Leanne's parents as well, how they said that they didn't want to sort of put a negative spin on it as well. So it's like she's just there, you know, being who she is and just living life, and it's like, okay, well now I've got to tell you about your cultural identity, and now it's going to seem like it's a downer, basically. So they kind of wanted, by not saying anything, it's kind of like, well, actually, there's nothing wrong with you, so we shouldn't have to say anything that's wrong, you know, because there's actually nothing wrong with you, and it's other people that have a problem with you, rather than.
But then there was that newsreader as well. That she was trying to teach her, like, tell her daughter from the get-go, and it was like, no, mom, what are you talking about? We're all the same, this and that. And then as she grew, she experienced it herself. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, do you leave them to experience it themselves, or do you tell them before they experience it? So when they do experience it, they're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is how I handle it. Because you never know, some people might not know how to handle that. And
I think I think it probably is about how you say it or what you say. So for me, it's about empowering them. In the same way, you say, oh, you can be whatever you want to be, but you also kind of got to let them know that there are potential pitfalls.
Yeah.
And for me, it's about just loving yourself. Like with girls, making them love their natural hair. All of those kind of things, like the positives about like being black, I think you probably go on more about than necessarily telling them they're like, oh, if you went down the street and you saw a police officer, you must do this. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of more showing them that there is lots of opportunity for them, but obviously you've also got to know there's a sense of realism and people may not like you for the colour of your skin.
yeah.
But I would like to, either way, I would like to sort of speak, because I've got my 2 girls, and I think to myself, they have to know who they, like, obviously they're born in this country, and I'm not expecting them just to be like not acknowledge their British culture or whatever, but because I remember the first time I went to St. Lucia, I was terrified. To be fair, I was 4 years old, innit? But I was like, you just go somewhere and like just black people everywhere. I don't remember that feeling of just like, oh, there's black people. But all I know, I was terrified, innit? Because it was different. It was just too much, innit? And like, none of my daughters have been to like St. Lucia yet. And I'm thinking, and they're different ages, like one's 2, one's 12. And I'm like, they're going to experience it so different. If they go together at the same time, they're going to experience it differently, innit? The older one's going to be like, oh my gosh, I've never been to a place like this, and it might be overwhelming. Where the other one's just like young, and she'll just probably be like thing for different. Like she might just be loving it and going everywhere because you don't know. But I think it's just important to just let them know who you are, and again, I guess that's putting a positive spin on it, because it's like, you could just live in a country like this all your life, or majority, and you just you know that you're black and whatever, but you just don't really know what your culture is like as well, because you don't actually live in that place either. I mean, you can implement it into your lifestyle, but like actually just going there and seeing the whole thing is completely different.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, I think it's vital that you let them reconnect with their roots in that way.
It's like I always tell my mom, like, speak the language to my little one, because like I understand it, but I can't speak it. Do you know what I mean? So like I'm always telling like, mom, speak it to him, because I'm gonna teach you some broken version of the language. You know what I mean? So like mom, when you get a chance, every time she forgets speaks English to him, but or even just the food and stuff. Like I always like go to my mom's, even though the missus can cook it, but she's from a different culture from mine. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I want him to know my culture in it. So like when he goes to our mom's, he eats the food, you know what I mean? Learns parts of the culture, learns the language and stuff like that.
So if you say that, because my aunt, like my aunt, one of my aunts is German, isn't it? Like she's German basically, and when she comes down here, she just speaks to my daughter in German. And I find it so amusing. I think, you know what? It would be so heavy if you were just here like permanently and you were just speaking to her in German, because she would have probably learned a lot of words in German already.
No, exactly. That is good, man. Even like St. Lucia, but patois, like does your mom speak it, or your dad, do they speak it at all?
They do, but not to, like, we don't. Like I'm like you, and I understand a lot of it, but it's like it's just too late. It's too late for me to even do it. And where they don't live here, it's like they don't always. They don't speak to it with the children.
I think it's important. My daughter's forever saying to me, "Oh, Dad, can you talk Jamaican?" And I'm like, "There is no Jamaican."
Can you talk Jamaican?
She was like, "Can you talk Jamaican?" And I'm like, and then you'll hear her. She'll go like rice and ting, and I'm like, "That's not Jamaican." But it's just funny.
Let's go around Sky's. But when Sky and his brother are chatting, I am lost. So Sky's Nate's stepdad, and but when they're talking, they're proper hardcore Jamaican, like proper, like I don't know what they're saying, bro. You know, you just like nod your head, like yeah. Well,
hey, bare time, Kel looks at me like he's looking at me like, what did they say, bro? I'm like, they said you want a drink of rum. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool.
so amazing when you can't speak a language, but you just understand everything that they're saying. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
so
it is strange. It is strange. Like literally, I can recite everything my mum's saying, but I respond everything to her in English. She'll talk
Like,
to me
you know
straight.
when your friends are around, you have to translate for the minutes. It's
Yeah.
like you can understand them as clear as daylight, but other people, it's like, nah. Well, what's your dad saying, though?
Yeah, nah.
What about you, Rich? For your kids, like, do you try and teach the Ghanaian side and stuff? And
Yeah, they know it more from my mum. My mum teaches them
yeah,
bits and bobs, but yeah, so they understand certain things, and I think, oh, you understand that? Oh, okay, cool. That's big up. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like even my son likes my son likes kinky. He was chopping kinky the other day. Kinky is like it's like a doughy kind of, it's like a dough, but it's lovely. Like and my son's 4. And
It's fermented though.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my son was just dismantling it like it's nothing. I thought, wow.
Well, I found that. So when I was eating, I was tired. You know, I was just like,
Listen,
on the table.
them food there in Ghana. If you're a builder, you have that in the morning.
Straight in the morning, straight.
And that's your energy throughout the whole day.
Trust me.
I'm telling you.
Man.
Them carbs will make you go sleep, though, man. Them carbs, they make you go sleep.
And I had that in the afternoon. So it was the wrong time, boy.
Was you sweating as well while you're chopping?
Sweating, bruv. It was jollof on the side as well. Yeah.
See, this is perfect. That's what I'm saying. If you don't chop Ghanaian food and sweat, something's wrong.
Something's wrong, man.
Yeah. But there was another program that came out on ITV as well. It was a 4-part series they were short films, and they were like 15 minutes long, called Unsaid Stories. So it's 4 of them. I know you've watched them, Rich. I don't think the rest of you watched them. If you do get a chance to catch up on ITV Player or whatever the ITV streaming service what it's called. So there was like 4 different ones. The first one, there was a dad and a daughter, and the dad caught the daughter sneaking out of the house to go to a Black Lives Matter demonstration. And the daughter the dad was like, you can't go, blah, blah. The daughter was upset, like, why can't you go? This is really important to me. And basically, it's just like 2 people having a kind of conversation, really, is what the films are about. And the dad kind of explained to the daughter why he didn't want her to go, and kind of explained his reasoning and things that have happened to him in his experience, which kind of opened up his daughter's eyes for her to now see where he's coming from.
Mm.
It's quite powerful, Rich. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it is, because, when your parents are telling you something, you think, oh, shut up. And that was her thought process.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Dad, what do you know? And until the dad broke down exactly what happened to him and his friend, then she was like, wow. The dad was emotional by it.
Yeah.
The dad was emotional by it. And honestly, I think, and obviously it'll be different for me, because obviously my dad, was born in Ghana, so he couldn't have that type of experience, even though he would say, don't do it. But it's a case of where the dad was British born, and I think the daughter was around about 18, 19. Yeah, I don't know. They felt more in touch, because he's from the roads. He's grew up in that particular area. He knows how everything works, and he's been involved in situations where you think, oh, I'm not going to listen to my parents. I'm just going to go and do it, and he's been caught up in the situation. And obviously, as any parent will say to your child, no, don't go and do it. But I think he took too long to tell I think sometimes you've got to tell your children certain things, potentially what's kind of happened in the past, for them to understand the reason why they're telling them not to do something, instead of it coming down to a situation like what they had. She was just going to walk out of the house, and he would say, no, don't go. And they had a big argument, and then he had to break it down. Yeah. So, because a lot of children think, oh, my dad wasn't into that kind of stuff. He didn't know anything. What does he know? But sometimes your children got to understand, like, oh yeah, I've been through a lot, stuff similar to what you're going through now. So at least to get an idea of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was powerful. And again, you know, these shows are only like 15 minutes long. So
15 minutes, and I think they're very good conversation starters. I feel like, you know, like you could have, to be honest, I almost feel like you could probably watch each episode and have a podcast on each episode about some of the topic matter in each of the different episodes.
yeah.
So like, we'll go on to the second one. The second one, there was a black middle class woman, and there's a white working class man, and basically they reconnect at a party. So they're in maybe their late 20s or whatever, and they used to date or whatever in their teens. And like, he's like, why did we ever break up? Like, one day you just told us you're breaking up with me, you've kind of dumped me, blah, blah. And then they kind of talk about how racism and race has impacted their love and their relationship. So like, there was one particular part of that bit where the girl is talking about, so basically they talk about this history teacher, like a history teacher that they've seen years later, and the boy is calling the history teacher by the first name. And he's like, nah, you broke up with me because you were jealous of her. And she's like, I wasn't jealous of her. And then she kind of retells a story of when it was like 11 or 12. And she used to ask a lot of questions in class. Like, she really liked history, she was asking a lot of questions. And then the teacher one day just randomly put on a Nigerian accent when she answered her. Like, on some kind of like, you are always asking questions. That's not my Nigerian accent, but she did a Nigerian accent. That wasn't my accent. Like, it wasn't my accent. Like, but like, she kind of did it in this accent or whatever, and she made the girl feel away. So the girl stopped asking questions in class. Yeah, and it talks about how much that impacted her throughout schooling and kind of stuff. And the white guy was like, "Well, I don't remember that. Like, did that actually happen? I don't remember it," kind of thing. But she was like, "You wouldn't remember it because it affected me."
Me, yeah.
And she like talks about different, like how race kind of affected her. And he's like, yeah, but you always talk about this kind of like white privilege and white people get this. Not me. My family's working class. We've had to work for everything. Like, we didn't get no handout, blah, blah. Stop kind of categorizing us all in the same like boat kind of thing. And it was just like, even just them having a conversation about how race has kind of affected them, again, was like raw, because he said certain things that I probably didn't necessarily think about. Like, you know, like when you talk about white privilege, and like you think all white people have got privilege in it, but clearly there are some white people that don't have it, that are lower down the rungs of society. Yes, you could say they still have an element of privilege, because when people see them, they don't necessarily see their social class or what have you. But it was just interesting how they kind of delved into their relationship. And to be honest, boys, I really think you lot should watch them. Like, if you do get a chance, please do watch it. It's like, they're very short. They're very short.
Oh, cool.
Then they had a third one, which was a couple that went on a date, and the guy is Kwame.
Was it their first date?
Their first date. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's their first date, but one of their dates. The guy is Kwame from I May Destroy You. And the girl, her name is Pippa in this, but she's the daughter in Gangs of London. You know, the black girl, the daughter, who had a little one. So basically, say again, she had a little one. Do you remember she had a little one?
Sorry.
So they go on a date, but so basically you see them, he comes into her house, blah, blah, they have a drink, then they go out on a date. You don't see them go on a date, you just see them leave with her driving. They come back in the house and they're quite upset and vexed, what have you. And basically, they were stopped by the police. Yeah? Driving a nice car and all that kind of stuff. And then it kind of goes into a look at how it impacts them individually and how it impacts them as a kind of group, as a couple. And like, she's recorded everything, so she's watching the video and she thinks he didn't do enough for her, and he's
but
like,
she was an idiot though.
But
you know,
you're spoiling the whole thing, you know. Let me watch the
all right,
thing.
cool. All right. I'll leave it at that. Like I said, just watch them all four of them. Watch all four of them. I won't go into it. The fourth one is about basically this woman has a baby, and she's mixed race, and she has a baby, and then her mum is white, and the mum makes a comment about the baby, like, "Oh, rah, the baby's dark, innit?" or something along them lines.
No, but the thing is, when she said it, everyone says it, right? Everyone says it. I don't see it as being racist.
No, but I think she's obviously just in her feelings because of things that have happened. That's why she reacted the way she reacted.
Okay.
But you might watch it, and then we'll just talk about the last two next week.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right, this week also. Okay, depending on how you look at it. Okay, you cannot. No, forget it. A film came out this week on Netflix last week called Project Power. Okay, you may have heard me talk a little bit too much, so I'm gonna allow you lot to talk about the film before I give you my opinion.
To be honest, I done a Nate. You know, I fell asleep midway through it, so I need to watch it again.
Oh, you
And,
haven't watched it again?
No, I haven't watched it again, but I fell asleep in between. I was waking up in between, and you know what I mean. So I can't really give an honest. You know what I mean. So
Okay.
I'll let you man take it. Yeah, I'll let you man take it.
Well. Yeah, this had such a good premise, man. Like, so
It started off good, right? It started off good.
Well, actually, to be fair, from the opening scene, I knew where the film was going straight away. In fact, I just started laughing for that first opening scene. I just started laughing. I thought, it's one of these Netflix films that will come out, big A-list celebrities, and you just get sucked in all the time. You know you're just going to watch the whole thing, and your just expectations are just low, and just like, you know, it's never going to rise that high. You know, we've had a couple of decent ones like Extraction, The Old Guard, Bright, I guess. But this film is it's about people basically like a pill basically that gives you superpowers for 5 minutes at a time. So, but each person that takes the pill will affect someone differently. So, like, let's say, for example, you take a pill, you're going to flame on, basically. That's always going to be your power when you take a pill. Whereas someone else might be like, they might turn invisible and stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying, good concept, but it's kind of done in a way where there's nothing, I don't know, there's nothing really positive about it. It's always just used in a bad way, sort of thing, apart from probably one character that uses it quite in a positive way. But it's quite like a dystopian sort of film, isn't it? Like in New Orleans, where you just see the darker side of New Orleans, like, you know, the drugs and just people put it into different categories and stuff. But it's something you've just seen all the time, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You know what? No, I didn't think it. Okay. When it started off, I didn't think it was that bad because Jamie Foxx as an actor, he is good, but I don't think he's the best. But I thought, okay, let's give this film a go, and I felt that it started off okay, personally. And halfway through it, and I said to myself, this part of it reminds me of X-Men. Parts of it reminds me of loads of different films and
Hero.
Yeah, you know,
it might have been a bit Limitless as well, actually.
Yeah.
Limitless,
oh yeah,
exactly.
I didn't even clock that. Yeah, and I said to myself, it's like nearer to the end where the guys start coming with Wolverine claws and all sorts. And I thought, wow, this. I said to myself, this film is, you know, it wasn't that bad.
And the villain as well. It's like the main villain is like you're just so forgettable. Like, oh, you're the villain actually. Like, it's just like, where did you come from? Do you know what I mean? It's a bit.
But don't you think parts of it reminded you of X-Men 3, where there was the Dark Phoenix, where there's a little boy that everybody was trying to get to because he had he could. Is it?
Oh yeah. Oh, that film I'm trying to forget. Yeah.
And here comes in Nate.
I was so unhappy with this film, bro. I was like, you've just wasted my life, bro. I done watched it twice. I fell asleep. I fell asleep, so I watched it again. And I came in, and my brother and sister were watching it, so I watched it again with them. And I was like, this is really, really badly executed film. Like, it had so much promise, like the concept of like this pill, but it was just poorly executed. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
What parts didn't you like?
Like, okay, my girl, yeah, the girl, yeah, Jamie Foxx is helping, yeah. How old is she, bruv?
She annoyed me.
How old is she? She's in school still, yeah.
Yeah.
How did the police officer give her a motorbike? Why is she riding a motorbike late at night on the street and her mum doesn't know where she is? Like who is this?
It's America. It's America.
I think it's based in future as well.
Okay.
Still,
All right, I'll get you. She's 13. She's riding a motorbike. Whatever, I'll get you. But I just thought, like, you don't really understand why Jamie Foxx is running after these people, and then you find out it's about his daughter. The police officer, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, you don't really understand his character. Like, he's a police officer that takes drugs, but like, what is he trying to do? Like, I just thought it was like a really good concept, like this power thing, like taking a pill. And I guess I was going to ask you, if you could take a pill for 5 minutes, what would your power be? But no, for me, it was, again, you just showed the negative. Like, you must have one person, couple people that want to take the pill and do positive stuff. Like, there must be one or two people that take it and want to try and, like, I don't know, rescue people from a burning building.
But that's what he was doing. The police officer.
I know. That's something he
was doing it for good.
But there was no one else. I just thought it was. I just didn't like it.
It just shows you the world's corrupt, right? And it is what it is.
I just thought it could have been better.
No, like you said, a lot of promise. It had a lot of promise. Like the concept. Do you know what I mean? Everything. It was but. Yeah, from what I saw, this wasn't executed right at all.
It reminded me of that. Do you remember that film which had what's his name? You know Stephen Amell? Yes, the Amell cousins, Stephen Amell and Robbie Amell. It reminded me of that a bit, where everyone.
Was it Code 8 or something like that?
Yeah.
It's
sort of on them levels.
It does. You know, it's very much like that film, actually. It's very much like that film. Yeah. Proper.
It's just.
Yeah.
So on the basis of this film, right? So it started off with Jamie Foxx. So basically, they're trying to do Universal Soldier, right? They were trying to make perfect soldiers. That's how it started off.
Well, they were just trying to.
That was the agenda to get to kind of test out the drug, see how it works, and then we can create an army of super soldiers. Like, we've not heard that before.
But not only will we create an army of super soldiers for this country, we'll give everybody armies of super soldiers because we'll sell it to everybody.
Yeah,
so everyone will have armies of super soldiers.
And obviously, he had a child which had natural powers, abilities.
Because she basically was born into it, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
So technically, she was the first mutant.
Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. So this is where X-Men stuff started getting, and you've got me excited a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought, okay, cool. This is getting me there. And obviously they used her DNA to create this drug.
And the thing is, with these Netflix films, the concept is so good, and potentially you can see a sequel from it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they've got such big names in it as well. Can you honestly see Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt going back? I can't pronounce his name, but can you see them going back to making a sequel?
Part 2?
Yeah.
Now, if you want a sequel, you've got to hope that my girl, the younger girl, is involved, maybe the daughter, and it's a totally different concept with maybe girls running the world.
And the film will just be right or straight away,
instant.
Not because they're a girl, right. It will just because it's lost that that star power as well. It's just like, I'm not interested in this. And same with Old Guard as well. Like, Bailey could make a sequel a little bit, but are they really going to do that? Because are these big names are going to stay in there a lot longer as well?
Also, it's like Bright as well. Had a good concept.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay, what was it? You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, those are black people. Those are the Mexicans. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
I don't know, the Netflix films, they have a certain texture to them. It's just like you can tell this. And the thing is,
they always lack something. They always lack.
Yeah, I enjoy.
I think they lack Hollywood.
I enjoy watching them because it's just, I don't have to take this too seriously. It's a fun time. You watch it and whatever. But and this is why it's like they would just rush their films, but their actual series now is completely different. They take their time with their series, isn't it? Like, and if you can just make it into a series, man.
Yeah.
Marlon, did you watch it?
But I mean, you got to remember, right? Listen, Netflix, their budget, they're giving everyone budgets, aren't they?
Well, it's the new. To be honest, there's going to be more and more films and more A-list celebrities are going to be going to Netflix and signing those type of deals with those kind of companies. To be honest, I feel
That's
like
true though. Sorry.
the movie industry potentially is moving a little bit away from Hollywood. Is that what you're about to say, Mother?
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much like what Merv was saying. Like, although the Netflix films are good, I've seen a few of them. There's always something lacking, and I think it's that Hollywood sprinkle. I don't know. There's just something. I don't know. It's just, yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to. It doesn't necessarily have to have the Hollywood sprinkle, yeah. But just make it good. Make it interesting, because you had an interesting concept, but it's just like you just turned it into a generic story afterwards.
For me, it's the execution of script, and I find it with a lot of books. There's a lot of books I read have amazing storylines, amazing like everything, but the writer just can't end the book.
Yeah. The ending of Project Power was just like the main villain, like whoever she was. I'm like, first of all, where did you come from? And like, you know, just saying stuff, and you know, it was awful.
No, but you know, at the end of the day, everyone's got to start somewhere, and I think it's a case of, and this is where Netflix originals. This is why it's there, because we're giving people the platform to kind of promote themselves, and you know, everyone's going to know what the mistakes are.
Someone like Jamie Foxx, yeah, the guy's well established, you know.
Well, he read the script. He's read the script. Didn't have to sign. Everyone gets an opportunity to read the script. So it's a case
the budget was $85.1 million, bro.
Wow. 85.
You know what? You could do a lot of that budget, you know, if you're smart about it. Like, it doesn't have to be like no.
The effects are good.
Million.
Like that's Machine Gun Kelly, in it. The first, the I don't know if he's a rapper. He's an American rapper. The fire guy.
Oh yeah.
That's Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. But like those graphics were good graphics. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look.
And I just felt like, but you see, like him. Do you remember the one where the police officer's chasing the guy who's being invisible at the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the thing explodes on him on the bus.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to see more and more of those kind of people that have a different range of powers. Like, we just saw people doing random shit with their faces, like turning into monsters. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you turning into a monster? Why is that your power?
I can't lie though. That scene where the woman was doing her Iceman thing, that was a big scene. I just like the fact that all the action was going on outside. And
I remember that.
I like that. That was some good cinematography, man.
Yeah. Well, that was Project Power. Project Power. So, all right, on a quick one, you got 5 minutes. Any power? What are you getting? You've got the pill. You're gonna bite it. What power do you want?
Straight flight, man.
Merv, I knew he was gonna say that, because I'm gonna say that.
I'm gonna be flying over sea most of the time, yeah, because when that runs out, boy, I want to be spatting on the ground.
But see what you just said. That's my fear, flying over sea and my power running out, and I'm in the middle of the ocean. Like,
just dive in, man. Just dive, land on a P&O boat or something, bro.
You know, okay, this is really weird. Yes, it sounds stupid, yeah. So obviously, I've been watching the Heroes all the time, yeah. And Nathan Petrelli's original power is that he can fly in it. But you know, when Nathan Petrelli flies, he just kind of just shoots up. He doesn't do run and jump kind of thing, yeah. But every time I like turn, like when I'm swimming lengths, yeah, and I turn, I kick off the wall, I almost think like I'm Nathan Petrelli and I'm going as far as I can up the pool. Yeah, never mind. So
you know what? That's not so weird, you know, because you know Brandon Routh.
Both of you guys are weird.
Like, you know Brandon Routh, when he was training for Superman, like he had to, that's how he kind of got his flight movements, by swimming. So he was doing things like kicking off from the wall.
Okay.
And doing certain moves because it simulated flight movements, isn't it? So
okay, cool. I'm not weird. Thank you.
For me personally,
I had to back you up there.
For me personally, I used to do that when I used to go swimming as a kid. I was Superman underwater. That's like I'm flying. Like,
I wish I could do that. I will drown instantly.
Right, so we got two flyers. Kel, what's your power?
Batman's power, whatever that is.
Speed, man. Idiot. Yeah, you're such an idiot, bro. Don't hate on Batman, you know. You gotta remember, he's a leader of Justice. Don't get me
Here we
started.
go.
Don't get me started, you know, bro.
Here we
Don't get me started,
go.
bro.
Superman's the leader.
No, he's not. No, he's
Of course
not.
he is. Of course he is.
Batman makes
Guys,
a rule.
Batman's a leader. He's got a book and he can tell how he can kill everyone. Come on.
It's not a book. That's the thing. Don't disrespect it. It's not a book, bro. Man's got all in his back cave of how to kill every single one of them. Yeah, all of them superheroes with the powers.
The thing is with Batman, like he'll just have the right equipment at the right time on him, no matter what he's doing. He'll
Exactly, because he's super intelligent.
I
Yeah.
was being sarcastic.
No, but he does.
Like with his roller skates.
Roller skates. Stop. Shut up, Mark. Listen. Don't get me mad, you know.
Let's just be honest, right? Superman's
Don't get
the
me
leader.
mad.
Adam West.
Let's just be honest. Superman's the leader.
No, he's not the leader. No, he's not.
It's always been the
No,
leader.
it's not. He's not the leader, bro. Look at it. You don't read the comics. Shut up, man.
Listen,
Whoa,
right?
whoa,
One has
He is the
one.
leader, to be fair.
Batman is the leader of the
Batman is
Justice
the
League.
smartest, but-
Let Kel have this, innit? Let Kel have this.
Yeah, it's like-
Kel, you don't want to power?
No, don't let him have it. You don't give
Blame
it to
Marlon,
him.
innit?
I didn't say right.
Alright, yeah, the power thing, don't worry about it. But
Speed thing, that like
Speed up, man.
teleporting.
Well, don't steal my one, because that's the lately I would have done. Anyway,
Well, too late, mate.
yeah,
I
we
think
can
I would
share.
like to have power like hero. I'd like to be able to manipulate time. like
change
to-
things, yeah.
Yeah, like to be able to pause time, rewind, go forward, go back, them kind of things.
Rich, I don't know why you're lying, brother. You know you'd want invisibility.
Why?
Because you're a pervert.
You'd be in the gym on some invisible thing.
Come on.
Listen, trust me, 5 minutes is not enough time.
we just see 5 minutes over, Rich naked in some changing room, you know.
Rich wants to be able to. He wants to be like Micah. He wants to be able to manipulate technology. You know the ones there, like just looking on people's phones
See,
and that.
in today's world, that's the ultimate power as well.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, that's proper like a relevant power for today, man.
Yeah, proper.
Come like lawnmower man, boy.
Yeah.
No, man, I haven't seen that film in years.
No.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Man.
There was another film that came out. Well, shame. TV series, Lovecraft Country. All right, I watched it, and I think it's good. And I'll just quickly say this here. Obviously, I didn't realize that at the time this was the thing that was done by Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams. Even though I think I'd sent it to you lot like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't realize this was that.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode for 40 minutes, I thought this is like a really good series about like how stuff is in back in the day. Like they're like going around, they're trying to see how like black people used to have to go to these things to see how like segregation was, and then write a book. And so you as a black person could read it and know where you could eat and all this kind of stuff. I thought it's sick. It's got Journey Smollett. For some reason, I think she's amazing. Like, she's better than her brother, but I think she's sick. Like, I was properly into it. And then it went left. And I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this anymore.
Yeah.
What do you mean it went left?
Have you watched it, Rich?
Are you watching it?
No, I was going to watch it earlier.
No, watch it. No, when I say, you have, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to say left because I don't want to ruin it. Like, I don't want to spoil it. But I will say
it's not what you think. It's not what you
It's not what
think.
you think.
Please do.
No. But I also,
Okay, can I say something? When I googled it, it said Hindi. Am I totally? No.
Well, we don't know yet. That's the thing. There's only one episode that we've watched, so it might.
but I also think that I am
Ah,
properly on watching this each episode each week and talking about it. Like, I'm
yeah,
properly
big,
on that.
Yeah.
Like,
big.
I was shocked. Bro, when I watched the end of the first one, I wanted to watch straight away to play episode 2.
Trust
Then
me.
episode 2 is going to be recorded at 2:00 next Monday morning. I said, what? Like, they make shows like this now?
it's good though. It's good.
That's
like
good.
it.
I know, I like it. I think for this type of show, it's good for that. Like Watchmen.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Because it's even got Omar in.
It's what?
Wire.
Yeah, Omar from The Wire, isn't it?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we didn't see him. We didn't see his character.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you didn't see his character. But I saw his name come up, so I knew it was him.
No, that was. Yeah, do you know what? I can't even say the thing because I would just spoil it straight away. But that's why I started laughing, because when I saw that bit, I thought of you straight away, Nate. I thought, is Nate going to continue watching this, or like he's going to watch it around the corner or something, innit?
Bro, on a level, I just thought, oh no, what have I done? Like, literally, I kept saying something. No, come on, not one of these, man.
Because I thought, you know what? I thought to myself, when I was watching, I was like, okay, no, this is good. Okay, it's like, you know, like not, you know, I guess promoting some form of or raising some awareness around the culture in the 1950s and that. And I'm like, towards it, I was like, okay, it's one of these films, isn't it? Like, I thought, yeah, okay, I'm proper on board now.
Even though again, so why is the White House called the White House?
Yeah.
And they were getting like, and I thought, oh, they're dropping history.
Yeah.
And then she was like, everyone run. I was like,
Right.
What?
That scene was jokes, boy.
No, it was good. It's a good show.
It's got potential.
Too
Hopefully.
much.
Yeah, it's got potential.
But recommended.
Recommended.
Like, for me, it's like it's got potential as Watchmen. Like it's got the same potential.
Yeah,
really?
Straight HBO vibe straight away. Bro.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If we're on that level, then this is going to be a good little thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 10 episodes as well. So
I think it's 13, you know.
Or at least it's coming out weekly, man. Because
I think Wiki said 10.
Marlon, I think you like it, you know.
Marlon, you definitely like it. You would definitely like it.
I'll start it tonight. I know I say that a lot, guys, but I'll start it tonight.
All right. Well, as long as you watch it before
What's
next
it on?
week.
What's it on? Sorry.
Sky Atlantic.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got that.
Or alternative, but it's very good. So I think next week we'll talk about episode 1 and 2. To be honest.
Yeah, cool. Let's do that. Yeah.
All right. I know time is getting on. Is there anything else that anyone's been watching?
What did I watch?
Dark Crystal.
Go try to farm in the group. Yeah, it's so funny. It's like that conversation. Just the Dark Crystal, Age of Renaissance. Like, I just binged that. You know, it was probably nostalgia, isn't it? Like, you know, when you watch something, you just feel like this is some good Sunday viewing and that, isn't it? Like, you know.
I proper remember that 80s for me. I proper remember it. I hated it back then as well. I proper hated it, bro.
It's just it's like, and what I liked about it, because they still kept a lot of the practical effects in it, like, but they mixed, and the practical effects and CGI just seem seamless. It's like you don't know whether you're watching practical effects or some CGI bits are a bit obvious, but no, that was a good little watch, man. Like, and I guess obviously if Mike was here, he would sort of say this as well. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is now finished as well.
I lost interest. I watched up to like episode 7, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
I can't lie. I'm glad it's over, man.
Yeah, man.
You know when it was supposed to be over in season 5 or something.
Yeah.
They should have just ended it there, like, because I thought
this season they're just making up stuff as they go. You can just see it, bro.
When we realised that the disconnect from the actual main MCU story was there, I'm just like get this off now, innit?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I kept on telling Mike. I said, Mike, this is rubbish now. They took it too far.
This season was poor. It was a poor season, though, Merv. This season was a poor season.
Yeah, you're right, Corey. It did actually feel like they just thought, let's just add this, or let's put them in space. Let's do this.
The time traveling was just, come on, man. But yeah.
Do you know what it feels like, though? It feels like once they realised they were going to start doing the series, like the Disney Plus series and that, they probably thought, let's just take our focus off Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and just focus on the actual MCU series, because obviously the same actors are going to be in it and whatnot. So, but I don't understand why they just stretched it for 2 seasons. It's just like,
yeah. You know, I'm watching this is Rough Riders documentary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Rough Riders, you know. I ain't heard that.
Rough Riders.
The millennia.
Proper from the start. The stories like of the Dean family, in it, DNY, that they started off Rough Riders and where they came from, and like then this went to DMX story. DMX story is deep, man. Like his mom was a teenage mom, in it, and didn't know how to like discipline him. So she used to lash him everywhere. you know what I mean? Like, just didn't care for his life at all, kind of thing. So he used to go to his grandma's house a lot and stuff like that. But then he just left to the streets, basically, just rob it. You know what he was doing, bro? It's not even funny, but obviously he didn't have a gun in it. So he'll rob people with his pit bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go on the streets with his pit bull, just robbing people, you know what I mean?
5-part series. I'm
That's
gonna
why
watch
it
that.
loves.
And is all 5 parts out already? Or
I think so, you know. I think they're all out, yeah.
no, I'm gonna watch
I've
that.
only seen one episode so far, but it was really good.
I'm gonna watch
What
that because I've been watching Heroes, bruv, and I'm getting Heroes out, bruv. Like, I'm on series 3 now, bruv. And there was a reason. You know what it is? We don't realize anymore that when you have a series now, if you have 10, 13 episodes, you think that's a good series.
Yeah.
Bruv, these series used to be 23 episodes.
3 episodes, bro.
That's half a year, bruv.
It's mad. It's
How
mad.
was you doing a series for half a year? This is not EastEnders.
True, you know. It's so true. So true.
Like, what budget? Who was signing off on this budget, to give you a series for half a year?
Yeah.
But then again, there weren't that many either, innit? Like, it weren't like to
Yeah,
say
those
that.
days, yeah.
Like, look, yeah, man, mad, bro.
No.
Oh, sorry. Another thing I wanted to say, I watched as well, season 2 of Dark, man. My head was just.
Yeah.
Right.
Season 3's been more.
Well, that's what I have to take annual leave, like, for a gap.
To be fair though, Kel, that's the
even
first
annual leave
emoji
to
you
watch
sent
it.
me.
Not even annual leave to watch it,
Yeah.
annual leave to give it
Yeah.
some rest. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, that series is big, man.
It is big. It is big.
Massive, massive.
Yeah, it's big. But you know, it all just makes sense though. It's not a rubbish ending. Like at the end of it, you should kind of grasp what actually happened. You know what I mean? And stuff. It makes kind of sense.
That's the thing. You kind of know what's going on. You know the concept of it, but it's just like
There's too many characters in there. There's too many characters to remember who
you
is
know the
who.
ones,
And,
like, you know the ones you buy a puzzle and you know what the picture's supposed to look like, but it's
Yeah.
just getting there, putting the pieces together. It's just that's what it's like, man.
Yeah.
No.
So I know you guys are talking about the Dark, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
Can you break
Watch
it down?
it. Watch it then.
Same on you, innit?
Bro, we've spoken about Dark. How many times? How many episodes?
We
I have no idea.
We spoke at numerous times.
But the thing about Doc, you can't really explain it. You have to watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Just watch it, man.
Do you watch it in the dark? One of Mike's jokes. Mike would say that. I'm just figured it.
Shout out, Mike.
Gosh.
All right, people. It's that time of the evening where we're doing Fully Geek Pod Does Up Mastermind.
Doom, 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 doom.
All the time.
All right, so today
Boom.
we have the man they call Marley Marl.
Yeah.
Marlon, can you
10
tell
out
us
of
what
10.
your chosen topic is?
10 out of 10. Lost episode. TV program Lost. I'm nervous.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna
It's a
have
straight minus one, you know. No, I got it wrong. That's a straight minus
Season 1.
You didn't say season 1.
You
Yeah.
said all seasons. You said all
No,
seasons.
I'm playing.
Oh,
All right, cool. All right.
straight
First
to zero.
question. Okay, Kel, because you always told me why I'm always choosing Merv. Can someone do the counting for me, yeah?
Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
All right. So question
me.
1. What was Jack Shepard's profession pre-plane crash?
Why are you laughing, Rich?
I'm thinking, does he know it or not?
He's a
Of course
surgeon.
he does.
He was a surgeon, correct.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to mark it as well.
Chief.
Okay,
Richard, not you.
Marlon. Why was Kate on board Oceanic Flight 815?
She was being deported back to the US from US Marshal. You know, she committed crimes.
All right, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
She was accused of a crime and she'd been extradited back to USA.
Big.
Okay. What was the name of Charles Widmore's daughter?
Clear.
It was Penelope.
Penelope. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah.
Penelope
I'm
Hume.
thinking of the wrong person. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that's 2 so far. Question 4. What notable event happened to Hurley while he was working at Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack?
I used to hate that guy Hurley, you know.
Hit
But
by a
yeah, sorry.
meteorite.
No.
What do you
He
mean?
won the lotto.
Okay, but no, that's not fair because he also was hit by a meteorite. You said what event happened? There's a lot of events that happened there. He bought it after you won the lotto, and it got hit by a meteorite. Google that, please, because that's I think that's the point.
Okay, let's go to the adjudicators. Kel
I
and
say
Mel.
half. Give him half. 0.5.
Half. Okay.
Because okay.
All
He
right.
didn't win it there, did he? He bought the ticket there and won it at home. But yeah.
No, it says while he was working there, but yeah, okay.
Okay, but yeah.
All right. Who played the character Ana Lucia Cortez?
Michelle Rodriguez or something like that.
Michelle Rodriguez, yeah.
Come on, Marley, man.
Which character said the line, "There's a new sheriff in town, boys"?
Is that all he said?
Yeah. No, it's not all he said. He said other
Okay.
things. He's an actual character.
Okay, Sawyer or James Ford Sawyer.
So, yes. Correct.
Same
middle
person,
name
same
as well.
person.
Middle name, you know.
Correct. All right. Question 7. In season 1, who kidnapped Claire and Charlie?
Ethan.
No, boy. He's on job. You know. I'm not going to lie.
We watch
No,
every year,
party
brother.
now.
I'm not going to lie. He's on job.
Hey,
All right. Who from the plane crash entered the hatch first?
Oh, that's a good question. Who entered it first? Give me a sec. I want to say John Locke, but
Unlucky.
I know he was trying to enter it.
Yeah,
but
it was Kate.
Damn.
You know, as much as I didn't really Lost as much, I actually remember all of this stuff. All right. When did the first episode of Lost air? Okay, because it's just giving you random dates, I'll give you 4 dates. You get to tell me which one it was, yeah?
Yep.
The 28th of March, 2001.
Nope.
8th of October, 2000.
Nope.
22nd of September, 2004.
That one.
28th of August, 2006.
The one you said before that. 22nd of September, did you say 2004? That one.
Correct.
My guy.
This guy. All right, last question. How many seasons and how many episodes of Lost are there?
Okay, can you give me a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't see his hands.
Wait, no, the hands are here. I got to start again, guys. My maths ain't good. All right, hang on. Right, six seasons anyway.
Okay.
Season. Can I just break it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Season 4 had 14. Season 5 and 6 both had 17. And seasons 1 to 3 had like 24 each. Can someone add that up, or do I have to add that up?
I'll do it for you. So 24, 48, 72, plus the 14, 86, plus the 17, 100 and... Hold on.
I'm calculating it, all right?
Yeah, go to. 4, 8, 12, 16.
He said there's a calculator on his phone still, you know.
I had to. My maths ain't my strong point. I'm going to say around the 100 and...
I don't see no Casio in your room.
119.
So on your numbers, it came up to 120.
Yeah. So I'm going to say around 119, 121, 119.
All right. The actual answer was 121.
Did I just say that as well? Shit.
It was actually 121. So what's that, half a mark?
Yeah.
Because you got the season. All right. So your actual total was 1,
7.
2,
7,
3, 4, 4.5, 5, 6, 6 or 7. Yeah. Well
You done
done.
well, though. You done well.
Well done, man. Well done. Well done.
Be proud, mate. Be proud.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
that was hard,
a
one.
couple because I remember the Kate falling into the shaft now because John Locke was there trying to get her into it. Yeah, I remember all that. Penelope.
That was
Whitmore.
hard.
Yeah,
And the
man.
fact that you almost got the numbers correct, and actually, season 1 was 25, season 2 was 24.
I was just basing
3,
them on 24s and then I took like one away.
Yeah, season 3 is 23, so that's 324. Then season 4 was 14. Then season 5 was 17, but season 6 was 18 episodes.
Yeah, well, technically, I knew you was gonna say that, but it was the last 2 were split up, or
Split.
in the box set it's 17, but on the TV it was like 1. Anyway, yeah. I recommend, guys. I know I'm gonna. Lost is a brilliant program if you kind of understood it. I'm gonna say it's one more time for anyone who didn't watch it or did watch it and came to the weird conclusion that everyone died on the plane crash. That would make a crap show.
So what happened then?
Watch it. That's not what happened. Everything that happened. They went to the island. They were rescued. They went back to the States. They went back to the island. Time travel happened, bro. It's a mad show.
So they weren't in
That's
purgatory.
good. They weren't dead. Everything that happened.
Okay,
They explained that in the whole show.
They weren't in purgatory.
No, they were alive, going through life on an island.
A tropical island with
a mad island that had weird powers. The island even disappeared in one.
That smoke thing was never what was that smoke?
Yes,
thing
it was. See what I mean, guys?
I need to watch it again.
And who were the others?
You need to, like, as we're more mature. This was like 16 years ago. This came out. Watch it again with more.
And who were the others?
No,
how did the plane split in half? And we had one half on one, and then the other half were like some neighboring, warring faction.
No, it was all on one island. It's just really far apart. Like this plane split in the sky. One part went there, one part went there. The show is massive. If you got the time for it and understand it, the show is massive. It's massive.
Boy, after watching Heroes, I don't know if I've got 121 episodes. Hopefully someone on YouTube has done like a season 1 breakdown.
Don't cram it.
Like some emergency.
Michael style, straight Michael style, isn't it?
You can't do that because you guys ridiculed him last time for doing it. You can't do that.
No,
it's just not fair.
I'll try and watch it. But man, it's always a pleasure. That's episode 57. Who's next week? Who's mastermind next week? So who's left? It's me and Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
I think Rich is gonna do it again, right?
I don't know. Rich didn't respond to me and told me that he wants to do it again.
I said Fresh Prince, didn't I?
Bro, you can't make the same mistake twice, bro. You can't go from one comedy. You can't. It doesn't work. Like Mike said, I have to agree with what Mike said. You need a show that's got a story. Like every episode in Fresh Prince was different. I mean, he went Philly. His little nephew was 3 months old. He came back. He was 10. Like it's not. There's no continuous timeline on it. You can't do that. That's just me helping you out, bro.
But what's the point of being a geek? What's the point?
But you're not a geek. You don't know Fresh Prince like that.
No, I do.
Everybody loves Rima like that.
No, but I am. But
what's the first song Will Smith's singing when he's knocking on the door? His first entrance to the Bel Air house.
What? Not the theme song itself.
No.
I don't know.
Exactly. There you go.
What
Back
is
to
it?
Life. When he's doing the beatbox. Back to life.
Yeah, but.
And then Jeffrey opens the door. He's like, "Hey, Uncle Phil!" It's not Uncle Phil. It's Jeffrey.
I'm sure.
That's the first episode.
It is because that's when the first song was on.
You can't do it, bro.
That was when the song was the extended version.
Oh, okay. When I first started doing it, okay. I'll still give it a go.
One more. I know it's finished. When Ashley comes into his room, same episode, he's postering something on his wall. What's he postering?
Malcolm X, isn't it?
Okay. I'll give you that one. Cool.
When it's a staple gun, then
he disappeared.
No one can't see you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you know.
No, but yeah, fair enough. You got that one. Maybe you got a chance.
All right, cool. Well, can we decide if it's me or Mike next week? Because have you done my questions yet?
Huh? Me?
Who's doing my questions?
No, because
I never watched The Wire.
No. Do you know what it is? No. I'm not going to do it. Because you thought I wanted to do it out of vengeance.
I'll do it.
Thanks, man. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm ready for next week if you want.
All right, cool.
All right, people. Love for the love, my G's, and I'll see
Yeah,
you
man.
next week.
All right, man.
Peace.